CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meters, CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meters, CQ, 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 CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meters, kilowatt 0, radio Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ, CQ, CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meters, CQ, 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 CQ20 meters, CQ20 meters, kilowatt 0, radio Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ, any station, anywhere. CQ, 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 CQ20, CQ20, CQ20 meters, CQ20 meters, CQ20 meters, CQ, CQ, kilowatt 0, radio Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ, CQ, any station, anywhere.
Kilo Delta 2 Oscar Hotel Golf.
I got the Kilo Delta 2 question mark.
Kilo Delta 2 Oscar Hotel Geronimo.
Okay, I think I got it that time. Kilo Delta 2 Oscar Hotel Juliet. Is that a Roger?
Golf. Golf. QSL?
Yeah, my mistake. Big fingers today. Do apologize. Hey, good afternoon. Steve, how are things in your neck of the world? The handle here is Randy. We are 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Go ahead.
Hey, Roger that. I'm in Big Flats, New York, which is near Elmira. I'm at an elevation of 1,700 feet up at our clubhouse here at Harris Hill by the National Soaring Museum. I brought my radio up here to see if I can make some contacts today, because we got a lot of elevation here. So you're 5'9" here where I am. And my name is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo.
Yeah, okay, Steve, 5 minutes. Yeah, I appreciate that. We're out playing radio today. We just started calling CQ. You're the first contact this afternoon for me. Appreciate that. Trying to look in my log here. I don't think I see a contact, so I do appreciate that as well. Yeah, again, the handle here is Randy, Romeo Alpha November Delta Yankee, a little town of Bate City, Missouri. But if I told you right up front, you'd be shaking your head and figuring where. I'd just say about 30 miles from downtown Kansas City. That usually gets us in the general area. Yeah, signal report had you 5 and 8, 5 and 7, 5 and 8. I bring the beam up a little bit more your direction. I'm sure it'll come back next go around, but no problems copying you. And just as an FYI, we're actually streaming live on YouTube. So you can actually come and listen to it live or play it back later there. Go ahead.
Well, that's awesome. Really nice to talk to you. Very excited to come up here and make some contact. Could you give me your call one more time, sir?
Yeah, you bet. The call is kilowatt 0 radio Whiskey Bravo.
Kilowatt 0 radio Whiskey Bravo. This is Kilo Delta 2 Oscar Hotel Golf. I'll say 73 so you see if you can make some more contact. I'll be clear on your final.
Okay, Steve. No, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming back to the call there, and give a listen. And we do appreciate you stopping by today. We try to come out here during the week about 2 o'clock Central thereabout for a few hours until the band shuts down, or I get tapped on the shoulder from the YL. But thank you again for taking the time to give us a shout there. We do appreciate it. And we'll definitely look for you again, or do the same for us as well. Kilo Delta 2, Oscar Hotel Golf, kilowatt 0, radio Whiskey Bravo. Thanks again, my friend, 7-3s. Okay, we'll go ahead and clear with Steve. This is kilowatt 0, radio Whiskey Bravo, calling CQ, any station, anywhere.
November 5, Queen, Yankee Queen.
The Queen, the Yankee Queen again, please.
November 5, Queen, Yankee Queen. The name is Mike, and the QTH is Westbrook Mike Echo, Westbrook, Maine. You're solid 5 and 9, over.
Okay, Mike, I appreciate that. Yeah, we just got you pulled up here on the program. Hey, thanks for coming back to the CQ there. Like I said, the name here is Randy, Romeo Alpha November Delta Yankee. We're out playing radio this afternoon and decided to do a little stream on YouTube as well there, Roger.
QSL on that. I look forward to seeing that. I do have an ICOM IC7300 that records on board both ways, and that's kind of interesting. Right now I'm running the Kenwood TS520 Sugar, the original radio I got when I first got my novice back in 1979, running a Kenwood AT200 antenna tuner, feeding a Dentron GLA 1000B linear, and last on the line is a Dentron GLT 1000 antenna tuner that matches it. Over.
Yeah, well, fine business. Well, you're 5'9" plus 10 here into the Kansas City area, so I'd say it's working for you quite well. Of course, I think the conditions are helping us. One of the few days in a long time I've not had an S5 noise level, so I'm pretty thankful so far. A little bit of rain moved in on us the last 24 hours or about. Hopefully that calmed some things down there. But yeah, fine business. You know, I'm very fortunate. I get a lot of good QSOs in your part of the country. You guys always have strong signals, good equipment, and always have nice audio as well. But yeah, this is just a little extra segment. A lot of rigs now have the record for transmit and receive, and we've tried that as well. This is just a little bit different. You might get the actual what it sounds on the air kind of thing. And I didn't start this, of course, many operators out there before me, but we have a lot of folks that are on the East Coast that do the live stream. They hear stations I don't. I'm Central U.S. I hear stations they don't. So we're just trying to cover our bases, having fun in the meantime. But again, if you're interested, you can go to YouTube, go to the search bar, type in my call, look for today's date, and that way you could actually listen to it. And we're about 7 minutes in. And one thing I also did want to tell you, Mike, is each week we do a free giveaway for a gift card with a local amateur radio store here in our area. He also has an online store as well. And we do that on each Wednesday. If you're interested in being considered for the giveaway, all we ask is you subscribe to the channel, and on the chat, just type in it to win it. That'll put you in the line for this week's drawing there, Roger.
QSL, copy that. I'll go check it out. I know you probably want to make some other contacts this afternoon, so I'll say the very best of 73s. Thank you very much for the QSL contact. And before I forget, I'm running about 600, 800 watts here at you with a dipole about 25 feet in the air and the trees behind the QTH here. 73s, have a good one. Good luck with the communications. Talk to you later down the log. N5QYQ, clearing your final.
You bet, Mike. Thank you again. Thanks for stopping by and giving us a call. Look forward to working you again. Like I said, we're generally out here during the week about 2 o'clock Central for a few hours or until the band shuts down. So if you hear us, feel free to stop on by, and we'll just pick it up where we left off. 73s, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week coming up as well. November 5, Quebec, Yankee, Quebec, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 73s, my friend.
73s.
And this is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, QRZ.
Kilo 4, United Radio Whiskey.
Kilo 4, United, question mark?
Kilo 4, United Radio Whiskey.
Okay, got you that time. Kilo 4, United Radio Whiskey. Good afternoon. Handle here is Randy, just outside Kansas City, Missouri. Go ahead.
Handle here is Rich, Romeo India Charlie Hotel, on section 5x9 in Fairfax, Virginia.
Okay, fine business on Fairfax. Well, that's terrific. We're starting at the top of the Eastern Seaboard, working our way down. Boy, I don't know. I don't get into that area too often. I guess the band is open. We haven't been out here but about 10 minutes, and you're about the third or fourth call we've had. I do appreciate it there. Signal was really nice, a right steady 5 and 9 there, Roger.
I'm glad to hear it. Got my antenna back up. It's a long wire, and I had some problems with it. I had some problems with my computer here this morning. I guess the time change makes a difference there. I'm trying to log in here.
Yeah, it's amazing how the technology has changed. I don't know if I could do out with a few other pieces in the mix, so to speak, but yeah, it does help quite a bit. We use electronic logger. It kind of helps keep track of things. It also provides us some maps as well, which is really nice to have in there. But yeah, nice to hear you back on the air. I think at one point or the other we all have antenna issues, but but no problems copying this afternoon there, Roger.
Great. How's my audio? I'm having trouble with that too. How am I sound?
Well, it's definitely nice and clear and audible. I don't hear any issue there. It's not too low, not too high, and it sounds very clear there, Roger.
Roger, thank you. I had some trouble with my radio, and I started playing with it to reset the time, and of course I messed everything else up. I think I got it back to normal now. Anyway, it's been great talking with you. How's the weather out there?
Well, we went from sub-zero to July last week, and now I think it decided to, it was a little teaser, so now it decided to, hey, we're not done with you yet, it's still March, so the temperatures are average for this time of year in the lower to mid-40s. We've had rain the last 24 and expect it most of the week, but I think we'll have a little bit nicer weather coming up over the weekend. So there's your weather report for the central U.S. In Missouri there. Go ahead.
Roger. Sounds like the same weather we've been having. We had summer there for 2 days. Now we're back in the 40s. And I guess we're going to expect that rain. The same rain you just had should be here tonight. Just to keep the garden going anyway.
Yeah, it is what it is. Between the weather and propagation, we just have to work with what we get, and that's just the way it is sometimes. You certainly can't change it. We just kind of work through it, work around it, whatever the case may be. But the weather is not the best to be outside, as this gives us more time for radio there, Roger.
Well, I got to hop back in and go for a walk real quick with you. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'm glad you stopped by, Rich, and do appreciate it. I don't see a contact on my log, so thank you again for the first one. And hope things are going well for you there in the Washington, D.C. area. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend. If you're really interested in what the audio sounds like, I don't know if you heard or if I told you, but we're live streaming on YouTube. So our QSO is being recorded. If you're interested in going back and listening to it yourself, see how you sound. I mean, nobody knows your voice better than you do. You could certainly do that. You just go to YouTube, type in my call sign under the search bar, look for the video for today, and you could probably look around the 10-minute mark. You could fast forward up to that part, and then you could listen to the playback. You can also see my ugly face there, Roger.
Roger, we'll do. So it's a call sign on YouTube, and that's is that a regular channel you have there?
Yeah, it is. We've been doing this for about 8 weeks now. Another station down in Florida kind of has been in it for a while and suggested that maybe I give a hand at it because we don't hear the same stations all the time, and so we've been doing it now for about 8 weeks, having a great time with it, and we'd like to think we're helping a few. And again, we don't get much opportunity to actually hear ourselves on the air, and this is one way you can do so, whether there's any corrections or updates you want to make or what have you. So again, like I said, give a look, give a listen if you're interested. You could do the playback. Also, didn't know if I mentioned as well, but once a week we do a gift certificate giveaway. We do that each Wednesday. If you're interested in being considered for the giveaway, it's a local amateur radio store here in the area, but they have a huge online store as well, so it's not like just one item. All you do is you need to subscribe to the channel, and on the chat line, you just type in it to win it, and that would put you in this week's registration there, Roger.
Roger, we'll do. We'll get on it here in just a couple minutes. I'll get the computer back up again and running. Anyway, I'm going to say 73 to you, and again, thanks a lot.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you again for stopping by. Appreciate it, and hope to work you again real soon. Like I said, we try to be out here on a routine basis during the week, usually about 2 o'clock Central, for a few hours until the band closes. So if you hear us again, please stop in and we'll just pick it up where we left off. I'll say 7-3s for now. Kilo 4, Uniform Romeo Whiskey, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s, my friend.
W1ADB.
And we'll go ahead and clear. The Whiskey 1 station again?
Whiskey 1, Alpha Delta Bravo.
Boy, nice signal. Whiskey 1, Alpha Delta Bravo, excuse me. Don, how are you today?
I'm doing well. I was listening around today, fooling around with antennas and radios, and just recently put in a small little amp, so I'm playing over, listening.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I had no problem hearing you whatsoever. That's a 5.9 plus signal. I take it you're out of New Hampshire, Roger?
Yeah, that's true. My name is Don, and I'm on the seacoast of New Hampshire, so I'm about 2 miles from the ocean here. And listening to your weather, it sounds like we're following right up with what you have. Over.
Yeah, I think I think 3/4 of the country is getting that again. I think we all got a teaser, a week or 10 days ago, so to speak, of what could be, and it certainly kind of shut the door. I think Mother Nature said, not so fast, and okay, that's fine. I know it's coming because it's inevitable at some point, but yeah, we'll deal with the rain. We can certainly use the moisture and so forth, and not the best weather to be outside. That just means more radio time. Roger?
Yeah, yesterday I went outside. I want to put a doublet up along. Right now I'm running 130-foot end-fed antenna. It goes up about 35 feet, and then it goes horizontal the rest of the way. But I want to put up another a doublet. So I was outside shooting the potato gun up over the tree. I got one up, and I was ready to go to the other one, and all of a sudden it got black as night. The wind came in, and I was in the middle of a blizzard. It was like 43, 44 degrees, and the temperature dropped right down to 20 degrees. An hour later, it was 43 and sunny again here. Over.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, what am I supposed to wear? And I don't know about you, but every time I want to do some antenna work, it starts off real nice, and within a half an hour, either the wind comes up or the cold weather comes in, or what have you, or starts to rain. And I think it kind of knows when I'm wanting to do that, so I have to pick my spots there, Roger.
Yeah, I think you and I had the same luck yesterday. I got up on the fourth shot, and one shot I actually forgot to tie the rope onto the end of the little, I call it a little tic-tac on the potato gun. And it just shot it up into the neighbor's neighborhood about, 400 feet away. Over.
Yeah, that's always fun, then trying to retrieve it. We don't use the potato gun. We have a real flexible fishing pole, and use a plug on the end, and it never fails. We don't really check the plug like we should, and you do that whip cast, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. And most times you can't find it back, Roger.
Yeah, I paint the darn things, and if you looked up to the left of one of my trees in the house, I probably got about 4 of those little tic-tacs up there, and I painted them different colors, so it looks like a Christmas tree. I don't know how long it could take before the fishing line drops, but yeah, I got a drone also. I just don't have the dropping mechanism, so what I do is, it's a pretty nice drone. I put it up over the tree where I want it to go, and then I just kill the drone and let it hold on to the line and just lower the drone down. Over.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I know a lot of people are doing that. We have one ourselves, and I'm afraid that the drag would be too much for it, or what have you, and or go up at a wrong angle, and one of the blades gets entangled in the line, and so we've just kind of steered away from it. Luckily, for the lower bands, 40 and 80 and so forth, we have the antennas off the side of the tower with the cable and pulley system. So, but we've wanted to get things a little higher, of course, but we just haven't done it yet. Again, the weather's not being cooperative, so we'll wait till that time plays. So, other than that, we'll just have to wait. But yeah, I mean, what you're doing, what you got there is really working. It's probably one of the nicer singles that I've heard so far, because we haven't been out here but about 20 minutes. And you're about the fourth or fifth contact, and but it's nice to see that. But your part of the country is coming in there quite well into Missouri, there, Roger.
Yeah, other than trying to blow up my rig here yesterday, it seems like things are starting to come together. I'm probably about 3.5 months into it, my general, and I got my technicians a week prior to that, so I'm still in the learning curve. And it got cold last year, so I threw in the antenna as fast as I could. And yesterday, like I said, it was a little bit nicer, so I cut one of my feed lines down and did my own crimping. And I put the feed line in. When I started up the rig, nothing worked. It didn't smell good. And so I shut it down right away, and found that I had a short in my coaxial, which wasn't good. So now I know to test before I put something in. Over.
Yeah. You know, it's always trial by error, I guess. It is with me anyway. But it never fails. Once I get something up, I look back later and go, I guess I could have done it this way as well. It probably would have been easier. But I guess sometimes when you get caught in the moment, at least for me, I just keep plugging ahead until I get it done there, Roger.
Yeah, well, the same way, I guess. But you've probably been at this a lot longer than I have, and I'm learning, but it's a fun little hobby here, and I work out of the house most of the time now because of COVID, obviously. Everyone else is doing it. So I just turn my swivel chair around and have a desk, and I'm able to work, do my job off the computer, and then turn around here and do a little radio. Over. Yeah,
that's a great way. Just don't get them confused. You know, you make the wrong turn, think you're on the radio, or vice versa. That could be disastrous, no doubt. Well, you know, the nice thing about amateur radio is there's really something for everybody, whether you're into CW or phone or into digital, RTTY. There's really something for everybody, and there's a budget for everybody, believe it or not. And some people don't think so, but there really is. You know, there are some folks that try to get on the air and get a shack set together for less than $1,000. I mean, that's really, really being frugal and being smart, and can do just as well with stations that spend a lot more money in that. So again, there's something for everybody. You know, amateurs come from all different walks of life, which again, to me, is a big plus. There is always something to talk about when you make a QSO, and that's what's really attracted me to the hobby all these years. Roger.
Yeah, that's a Roger. Yeah, well, I actually end up listening to, I'll find a station that actually is talking about technical things, antennas and things like that, and I'll just put it on in the background, listen to them. But very rarely do I talk. This is one of the few times I've come on and spoke, but most of the time I listen at this point. Over.
Yeah, well, you know, it can certainly go both ways. When I first started, my Elmer basically said, you know, you can learn just as much from listening as you can talking. And I said, I certainly understand that. And I said, but at some point there has to be kind of a middle ground. He says, yes, there is. So that, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. I think if a person goes into this with an open mind and certainly has the inclination to ask some questions, and you know, we don't always know what the answer is, and there's always somebody who does. I think that's part of it. And again, I was smart enough to have a good Elmer that when I first started, he says 90% of your station should be antenna and 10% should be everything else. There's a lot to be said about that. W1ABD or DB, K0RWB, back to you.
Yeah, that's what my father told me when I was a kid. He said, my name's Don, obviously. He says, Don, he said, there's a reason God gave you one mouth and two ears. Over.
Yeah, that's very true. Or you could go through one side and out the other there and didn't stop in the middle.
Yeah, that's a Roger there, too. So I get your sign is K0, Roger, Alpha, is it Bravo?
Radio Whiskey, Kilowatt 0, red, white, and blue. Kilowatt 0, Romeo, Whiskey, Bravo.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I think I have dyslexia, because that's the one thing that I have a really hard time with is with the call signs. I don't know what it is, but it's a mental block in my head. Over.
Yeah, I'm gone that way as well. That, and I'm trying to type as I talk at the same time to put it on the onto my program, and sometimes I put numbers and letters backwards. So I'm not the greatest on pileups. We try to work in the best we can, especially when we're doing the live stream, and sometimes we have success, sometimes we don't. But it's not from a lack of trying there, Roger.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, thank you very much for spending as much time as you have with me. I appreciate it. I don't want to take up all your time. I know you like to get out and talk to people. So this is a W1ADB and your K0RWB, and I'll be clearing your final. So thank you again, and I'll say 73.
Yeah, no problem, Don. No, I certainly enjoyed it. Thanks for giving us a call, of course, and glad to work you for the first time. Again, like I said, we are live on YouTube. If you'd like to listen to yourself on the air, you can certainly go to YouTube on the playback and listen to our QSO, get an idea how you sound, of any changes you want to make or not make, and what have you. It just gives us an opportunity to be able to listen to our station on the air, so to speak. All you do is go to YouTube, type in my call sign, look for the newest video, which would be the one for today, and we'd love for you to check in and listen and see what you think. We're also doing a weekly gift certificate giveaway, and the only things required is subscribe to the channel, and on the chat line, all you type in is "in it to win it." That would put you eligible for this week's drawing, which will be on Wednesday. If you're interested, you can certainly do that. If not, we understand, but we certainly had time talking with you today. I'll say 7-3, my friend. Take care. Whiskey 1 Alpha Delta Bravo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3, Don.
73.
And we'll be clear. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. QRZ?
Kilowatt number 1, Whiskey Norwood.
Bravo November.
The Bravo November again, please.
It's Kilo Echo 6, Bravo November.
Okay, got you that time. Kilo Echo 6, Bravo November. Edward, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Randy. Sitting here watching your smiling face on streaming. Good.
Oh, God. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I had to fill in the blank there on the page. So the YL suggested, hey, put a video there. I go, yeah, that'll turn them off real quick. But I appreciate you doing that there, Roger.
Well, it's kind of an interesting twist. I've never seen this before, but it's kind of cute to actually see you in person while we're chatting. I also noticed from your QRZ page, you and I have the same beam up. I got the NA4RR hex beam up. Mine's only about 35 feet up. If you'll take a peek on the QRZ page, you'll see that installation. I just put it up this year. And after being in the hobby since 1954, this is the first beam antenna I've ever had. And boy, is it a pleasure. Go ahead.
Yeah, isn't that something? And congratulations. Yeah, I've got you pulled up. As a matter of fact, if you're watching the stream, you'll get to see your page pull up here as well. Another nice little feature we do. Yeah, I tell you what, the hex beam, man, I tell you, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It really is. It changes the station. At least it changed my station, just hands down. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. I know there's bigger and better out there, but if you can find me an antenna with this many bands that does what it does for less than $1,000, I'd buy it. But there just isn't any out there. And Roger Rockwell, he is just a wonderful guy. I spoke with him on multiple occasions before I bought mine back in 2012. And it is really, really a workhorse. And like I said, I'm having a great time with it. And I don't know if you've noticed, and maybe you have or have not, but generally when you're talking hex to hex, it's using SU unit 2 higher than any others there, Roger.
I haven't had that much experience with it yet, Randy, to tell, but you're running right now about 10 to 20 over 9. It varies in there. So really great signal here.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And you're running, you're about 10 over as well. Of course, what am I telling you? You're going to see it here in a minute anyway. But yeah, again, it's just a little extra element, isn't it? Which I think is really kind of neat, kind of a neat deal. But yeah, it really is a game changer. And Roger told me, you said you were at 35 feet. Roger told me optimal height was between about 30 and 55 feet. I'm at 45 feet, and when the weather gets nice, we're going to try it short term. We're going to go on up to 55 feet and just see what changes we can feel or see, or JAs are tough for us at my location, and I thought maybe that might help boost it up a little bit. So we're going to give that a whirl and see if that might help us somewhat. And if it doesn't, then we can bring it back down again. Of course, if you've looked at my page, you'll see a couple of pictures. My rotor's about 4 foot off the ground inside the tower, so it's really easy to add or take away mass pipe there, Roger.
Yeah, I got that, Randy. K0RWB, KE6VN. My setup's kind of the same. I got an 8-foot section of tilt-over tower and embedded the rotor in it, and then I put up a 30-foot telescoping aluminum mast and mounted the beam on top of that. And it seemed to work fine. In fact, I was very tentative about sending out the first CQ on it, and lo and behold, I got a 5.7 from a ZS2, and he was about 90 degrees off the side of the beam. So that was a thrill, I'm telling you. Running 100 watts over here on the ICOM 7300 and getting that kind of a signal report from there. So that was really a pleasure. And I'm very pleased with the antenna. I also added the ice cords onto mine because up here in the Adirondacks we get some pretty wicked northeasters, and it's been given the test. This winter we had a lot of snow, a lot of ice, and I looked out there and the entire antenna was coated and no problem at all. Everything stayed together. The one problem I did have was the thrust bearing on top of the tower freezes up. And I haven't been able to figure that out yet. The top one, where the guy ropes are, does not freeze, but the bottom one, where the mast is resting right on the top of the tower, that freezes up when it gets down really cold. Although not frozen today, and we're down about 16 above right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, go figure. Yeah, that go around, you were just bumping right at 20 over as well. So, yeah, 5 minutes on the equipment, 7300, terrific radio. As well. I have one in my alternate shack downstairs that we were running as a primary for about 5 weeks, and then we were able to pull the plug on this radio, which is the new Yaesu FTDX10. I like this a little bit better on a couple of reasons, but one, it has the external monitor feature. That's why you're able to see the actual screen on the live stream. If I wish the 7300 did that, but it would not surprise me if they don't come out with the external monitor option here if down the road, since they've had such great success with the radio. But yeah, again, the hex beam to hex is really a great advantage, I believe. And we have two of them. We've taken another one portable with us during the national parks on the air program, and it does work out. It works out quite well. I think anytime you can direct your signal, it would certainly help. I'm not sure if yours came in 1 or 2 boxes. Mine came in 2 boxes, and we were so excited to get it set up and put together. It was 4 foot off the ground on our patio table where you put your umbrella. We had a 4-foot pipe there, and we had it all strung together and put it all tied down, threw some coax on it real quick, and grabbed our radio. And we called CQ, and our first contact was the UK, 4 foot off the ground there, Roger.
Oh, yeah. That's very similar to mine. The first time I set it up, I had it on a pole out there, a little post, about 4 feet off the ground, just stuck in the driveway in front of the garage. If you looked at the picture, you can see it's attached to the garage right now. And that was the time that I got the 5.7 from the South African station off the side of the beam. Just kind of knocked my socks off. I was never used to getting that kind of reception. And there are stations in Europe I hadn't been able to work before, and I get them on first call now. It's an amazing antenna, and very easy to assemble, and a lot of bang for the buck there. As is the 7300. I'm delighted with this radio. This is the first modern radio I've had. Up till now, I've been running an old TS520SE. It's my old reliable from many years ago. Before that, I did homebrew rigs for CW and things like that, but never had a decent station until I got up here. We had enough room to put up a good antenna and set up the table. And I got my wife interested too, so she just got her technician class license, and she's, if you look her up, you'll see her on this, at the table here. Her call is KN6LTT. And she's studying up for a general and actually getting into CW. She's spun up pretty fast. Within a couple of weeks, she got up to about 3-4 words a minute. So she might be getting on in CW there, too. I like to work a lot of CW myself. But thanks, Randy. I had a great chat with you today. I usually don't get to talk this much, but guys are in and out. But I'm sure there's some others out there like to get your strong signal in the logbook. And I will click on the link here and subscribe. So K0RWB, KE6BN, back to you.
Okay, and no, I appreciate that. Just real quick, I've talked with many operators that are running the 7300, and it's interesting to see what their settings are. So if you have a second, I'd like to kind of get yours as well. Kind of curious. I'd be curious what you have your mic gain set up and what you have your processing set up, or their mic gain on the function meter there. I think stock is usually 50%, and I think the processor EQ is actually off. But I'm just curious what you have for those settings. Go ahead.
Okay, now you got me. I'm going to have to try to find that.
Okay. Well, you have a function button. You can, I believe. Oh no, let me think here. I'm looking at the other one. I'm on my other radio. No, it has a function button as well next to the screen there. You can push that in, and then you'd have a mic gain. I'm trying to think what the next one is, but it also has processing and has monitor.
I don't see that on function. Let me try menu here. Stand by a second. It keeps going back to the other screen when I transmit.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does do that. Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't been in front of the radio now for a couple of weeks, and I'm trying to visualize in my head what that actually looks like on the front face there. But interesting enough, you get all different variations between mic gain, transmit bass, transmit treble, and so forth. Very, very simple to set up on transmit audio. Much simpler than this particular radio, but again, it's just kind of a curiosity killed the cat kind of thing there, Roger.
Yeah, the best I can tell you is I haven't changed anything, so it's at the basic factory settings, whatever those were.
Okay, 5 minutes. No, and I'm certainly not trying to mean that there's any changes to be made. Just kind of curious what they are. But again, I mean, you're on the stream, so you'll be able to listen to the playback as well there. So, no, it does sound quite good. I really haven't heard a bad 7300. I know there are some people that are able to tweak them a little bit more and get a little bit more of a full fidelity type sound. Yours is definitely clear. Again, your setup is definitely performance based between the hex beam and the radio. So, and even some of your comments on stations you have been able to work. So we know everything is working like it should. But yeah, again, I do appreciate you taking the time there, and nice to have a chance to work you. Again, if you're interested on this week's giveaway, we do an amateur radio gift card from a local amateur store here in our area, but he does have an online store as well, so you can certainly see what items are available and a nice selection of used. But if you're interested in being considered for the giveaway on Wednesday, of course, you'd subscribe to the channel, and on the chat, you just have to type in it to win it, and that would get you registered for this week, sir. Roger?
Oh, Roger. Okay, we'll do that, and I appreciate that very much. And again, very nice to chat with you today, Randy, and stay warm and stay safe out there. My wife and I both got our second COVID shots this past week, so we're on the road to immunity. But you stay safe and take care and enjoy life. K6BN.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you as well. And like I said, we're out here generally during the week about 2 o'clock Central for a few hours or until the band starts to die. So if you hear us, please stop in again, and we'll just kind of pick it off where we left off. Congrats on the equipment. Doing a terrific job in my receive, no doubt. In 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week coming up as well. Kilo Echo 6, Bravo November, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Randy, can you say, be clear, 7-3s, my friend?
73s, Randy.
Okay, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo will be QRZ. Any station, anywhere?
Kilowatt 1, Whiskey Norway. Whiskey 2 Kilo.
Kilowatt 1, Whiskey Norway. Bill, how are you today?
Randy, you're looking good. You're 15 over 9. And it's nice to see the great audio on the computer and also great audio here. I recorded a little something. Let me just play it while I have the key down here. Should play pretty well, I think.
I'm getting nervous.
Looks like it's a work in progress.
Be curious what you have your mic gain set up, what you have your processing set up, or your mic gain on the
Okay, I just thought I'd throw it back in your lap, Randy. The equipment here is Fox Tango 2000 Delta, and we're running 200 watts into a 3-element stepper with a high-L mic. Back it comes to you, Randy. Kilo 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo from Kilo number 1, Whiskey Norway, over.
Okay, Bill. Yeah, that sounded awful tinny to me. That sounded terrible. So I turned the mic EQ off. Let's get a little bit lower there. It sounded awful tinny. Appreciate you recording that, but again, I have a hard time listening to myself anyway. Pretty strange for a man to say that. Don't we like to listen to ourselves talk? At least that's what my wife says. But anyhow, no, I appreciate you doing that, and no problems hearing you whatsoever. The upper New England states are definitely loud and proud today. We've been out here for just about 40 minutes, and half of the contacts have been in your part of the world. So it's nice to hear you guys. Everybody always seems to have good signals there, and wonderful audio as well. Yeah, the local amateur store just took in on trade an FT2000, and it really piqued my interest. That's something I've kind of got my eye on. What a wonderful radio. I really think it was ahead of its time. And they're actually even better today, I believe. I mean, there's certainly some differences, of course, with the new rigs, with the SDRs and filtering and so forth. But, boy, that sure was a terrific radio when it came out. Roger?
Yeah, it was, Randy. It still is. I also have a KX3, and I run a 100-watt amp when I'm not doing some QRP. I do CW and QRP also, Randy. But I like the Yaesu. I did have problems. I bought it knowing I had problems just after the warranty expired, and I had to send it back to California, which is quite a trip from Massachusetts. But they replaced the finals. I believe ICOM was having the same problem with it at that time, but neither one would ever admit it, of course. But since then, it's rock solid, and we also have the external filters for CW that work quite well. And the 3-element stepper's been up for about 12 years, and I just recently added the 30 and 40 on it, which is a tunable dipole. And a lot of ice and snow around here, but we've been very fortunate. Had a Mosley TA33 up, for 10 years before that. And every 2 years when the snow would hit, a heavy wet snowstorm, I'd find the reflector buried in the backyard like a javelin, and we'd put it up following spring. Okay, you probably have a few others waiting, but it's nice to see you. Nice to see you on there. And I see, what's that, a Falcon shirt on the background? It's looking good. It's looking good, Randy. So very best of 73 to you and yours, and we'll tune in more often when we're home here. We're retired, but the age is 81, and we're still in television broadcasting. We work part-time at a local television studio here. I'm glad I'm on the other side of the mic. Studio here in the town I live in, and we do all the government shows, town hall, council, mayor, and all that stuff. And that's all been cut back. Everybody has been zooming it, and they've been sending that along to the studio, and we rebroadcast it. Very best to you and yours. Stay healthy, and we'll look for you again, Randy. Kilo 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, kilowatt number 1, Whiskey Norway. Ciao, ciao.
Oh, perfect. Hey, thank you very much, Bill. Thank you for the playback. I said I kind of cringe when I hear my voice, but I know it was in good intention. So, feel free to come back. Like I said, we try to do this daily around 2 o'clock Central Time. Every once in a while, the life gets in the way, but the intention to do that, except for Fridays. We do 40-meter Fridays, so Fridays we go to 40 meters, and some stations that we just kind of jump over because of propagation, we're able to pick up on 40 meters, something a little bit different. And, we just kind of mixed up a bit. We're having a wonderful time. We meet some of the greatest people in the world on amateur radio, and that's another reason for doing what we're doing is, if you can brighten someone's day, make a contact where you didn't think you could, or get a decent signal report, that can go a long ways. At least it does for me. So 7-3s, please come back again. And we give you a little wave there on the camera. Sometimes we wish we were on the backside as well, but we're still having it. And I did get your live chat, so we've got you down as well. and we'll see what happens on Wednesday. We're going to be doing this for the next couple of weeks, so if it's not this week, who knows? It could happen again. All we ask is for people to would be to go back and register again, so to speak, on the chat. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Thank you very much. And I copy on the 81 years young. You just had a head start on me. That's all I can say. Take care, Bill. Thanks again. Kilo 1, number 1, Whiskey November, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s, Bill.
7-3, Randy. God bless. K1W1.
Kilo Delta.
Okay, 7-3s. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, QRZ. Any station anywhere?
Kilo Delta 1, Kilo Tango.
Kilo, is it Kilo Delta 1, Kilo Tango?
Yeah, that's Roger. That's Roger. Randy, good afternoon. Kilo 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo, KD1 Kilo Tango, Massachusetts. Name here is Keith, Kilo Echo India Tango Hotel, 59 plus 10 here, over.
Okay, well, I was hoping to do a little better, but I guess I'll take that. Only thing I can give you is about 10 over 9 there, Roger.
Okay, well, I'm only running about 700 watts. Using FTDX 3000, the MD100, the Quadra, driving it with about 30 watts, and that's into a 204 BA at 20 meters, over.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Terrific radio and terrific amplifier. I don't hear many Quadras. Boy, they're really, really robust. Congratulations. That would definitely be a keeper there, Roger.
Yeah, I don't drive it too hard. It'll do a kilowatt if you drive it hard. 700-800 watts usually gets it done, over.
Yeah, much more than that, and you'd almost turn into an AM or FM station there. It's terrific. It sounds right well. We're running an ACOM 1000 amplifier, which they claim does about 1.2 kilowatt, about 1,200 watts. We don't ever run it that high. We try to say around 750 to 800, depending on the voice inflection, but that's usually about where it sits. And we do have the newer edition of the Yaesu FTDX10, which we've been very happy with so far. And the antenna's a hex beam pointed your direction there, Roger.
Yeah, so everything's sounding great and pretty good signal coming in, steady 5.9 plus. So I won't hold you, Randy. You got a lot of people looking for you. So nice to say hello to Missouri. K0 Radio Whiskey Bravo, KD1 KT. Have a good time. Bye bye.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Keith, and giving us a call. Nice to work you for the first time. Hope to do it again real soon. We tend to be out here daily around 2 o'clock Central here on 20 meters. So if you hear us out there, come on back in, stop in and say hi. We'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. But we do appreciate you coming by today, giving us a few minutes of your time. And we do look forward to the next time as well. Have a great what's left of the day and a good week ahead. And let's do it again real soon. Kilo Delta 1, Kilo Tango, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s.
7 November X-ray 3 Victor.
Okay, thanks again, Bill. I think I got another one in there. November X-ray 3 Victor. Fred, how are you?
Oh, just fine. How are you?
I'll tell you what, Fred, if I was doing any better, I would not know what to do with myself. How's that for an answer?
Yeah, that sounds good. I hear you say you're running the FTDX 10.
Yes, sir. We've had it now for almost 3 weeks.
So what do you think of it?
I probably should have bought that first.
Yeah, it looks like a real dandy. Anyway, we're running Drake TR4CW, about 100 to 150 watts, two-way rotatable dipole up 33 feet. Over.
Yeah, well, I've got you 5.9 plus 10, so you're definitely loud and proud there, and that is also very, very nice equipment as well. They don't. What they say? They don't make it like that anymore.
Yeah, they sure don't. Everything's on its speed, and if you wanted to fix it, you didn't have a chance.
Yeah, that's very true. I started years ago with Kenwood, and then went to Yaesu back in 2012 with the FT950, a great radio, but. They have really made some advances in receive technology, filtering and so forth. And we can, as you get older, you can use all the help you can get. We have an amateur store here in the Kansas City Metro. He has a nice selection to use. He had an FTDX 3000 that we went over to take a look at. And so we went over there, put that radio on the bench, tried it out a little bit. And for the price of that, I could save a couple $100 and get a brand new 7300 from ICOM. So we did that, and I like the radio, do not get me wrong. But it can get a little overloaded on the receive, at least for in my location it can. And we do kind of miss that external monitor feature. Then the opportunity arose again to go to this direction with the FTDX 10. And we've done that, like I said, about 3 weeks ago. We have the external monitor feature, which we're able to put the display on the YouTube live stream, which we're doing right now, which we couldn't do on the 7300. And the receive filtering, I think, is just a little better. It had a really good review in Sherwood, so we went that direction. Love the radio, a little bigger than the 7300, but still not terribly bad if you wanted to take it portable as well there. Roger?
Roger, yeah, I've been looking at the reviews and YouTube videos, and see, that's just, that's a real dandy. I don't know what else to say. It's got everything anybody would need plus more, and it's just great. I don't know how you did the YouTube videos from it, but maybe you'll tell me. My other radio is the ICOM 7200, and that works pretty good too. So, okay, K0RWB at X3V.
Yeah, okay, Fred. It's a lot simpler than I would have anticipated. The software suite that I use is actually a free download. It does not cost anything to have a channel on YouTube, and at some point they actually would start to pay you, depending on the number of subscribers and time watched and so forth. Again, I did not invent this. There's many other stations out there that have been doing this longer than me. A good friend of mine who is down in Florida, Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform, his name is Alex. Everybody knows Alex. He's done this for quite a while, and I used to check in with him. And I thought it was a really neat deal for the live stream and listen to your audio and so forth. And I did it initially because I didn't think I sounded that bad on the air until I heard the playback. And I decided I would try to make some audio changes on my transmit, and actually had a few conversations on the phone with him. And he says, hey, you're in a different part of the U.S. You should think about doing this, because we hear and talk to the different stations. I hear stations he don't, and vice versa. So we started this about 8 weeks ago. Having a great time doing it. We've got the local amateur store in our area kind of on board as well, and that's why we're doing a gift certificate giveaway each week for the next several weeks. So each Wednesday we'll be doing a drawing for a gift certificate to the local amateur store. We'll be mailing out that in an envelope that they provided along with their contact information. They do have a website as well, so you can look online. I'm not trying to pump up anybody's feelings, so to speak, but just kind of lay it out how it is. But, yeah, we're having a great time with it, and we're making lots of contacts and meeting some great people. Roger?
Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that. Wish I had a store near me. Of course, I probably want to go buy everything, but no, the closest I have is about probably 4 hours away. I could do it if I wanted to, but I don't know that I really have need to run and buy all kinds of new equipment all the time. But anyway, I'm trying to find your live stream, but I'm having a problem finding it. I found it, but it doesn't want to. Something I don't know about here. Somebody doesn't want to come up. Oh, there comes something. The live stream will begin shortly. Okay, it said that before. And let's see. Oh well. I'll mess with it another time.
Well, what you would, if you're looking at it now, Fred, you would probably see a screen that says that, and the lower right-hand corner would probably say live thereabout. That would be the most current one. Otherwise, you'd probably be watching a recording we have. But again, after about 10 minutes, once we end the stream, it pops up full, and then you could certainly go back. So if you're not able to see it now, you could fast forward if you want to listen to it all. But for our QSO, you could probably fast forward to about the 50-minute mark there, Roger.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what happens here. I go to fast forward, then it says the Groove Man, and also need prayer place. So that's where I find my fast forward. So I just go back to that and just let it sit a while and see what happens.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, as long as you put in my call in the search bar, that's half the battle. And then you just basically look for the most current one. But I appreciate you trying to give that. Give it a look and give it a listen. You get a chance to see my ugly face. As someone a little bit north of you said that earlier, I know he was being kind. It's just something that we're having fun with here. And I did put a real quick screenshot of the gift card giveaway. So if anybody's interested, there's the information on how a person could be entered. So. But yeah, like I said, give it a look, give it a listen, and listen to the playback, listen to your audio. I think it sounds terrific, Fred. But you be the judge. Nobody knows your voice better than you do. And we'll just look for you the next time you come around there, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll play around with this, see what we can find out anyway.
Yeah, that sounds great. I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And thanks again for taking a few minutes to have a QSO with me. We do appreciate you stopping by, and hope you'll do it again for sure. But hey, listen, we'll say 7-3 for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, Fred, and hope you have a good week coming up. And we try to be out here about 2 o'clock Central during the week. That's the intention. Usually you're here on 20 meters, except for Friday. We do 40-meter Fridays. We go down to 40 meters. And make some contacts there as well. So 7-3s, and take care, my friend. Hope to work again real soon. November X-Ray 3 Victor, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
Okay, Randy, one quick one. Do you have a blue shirt on?
You say you're wearing a blue shirt?
No, do you?
Well, it's actually gray with blue lettering.
Okay, and there's a white set of double doors behind you.
I'd like to think so, yes, sir.
Okay, I found it. Okay, we'll see you later, and have a good rest of the day. K0RWB NX3V.
Okay, take care, my friend. 7-3s. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, reigning Kansas City, QRZ, any station, anywhere.
Whiskey 2, Kilo Oscar.
Whiskey 2, Kilo Oscar. Ken, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing great, Randy. Hope you're doing good on your end. Good signal here today. 20 over, 40 over one time with the one QSO you had. Go ahead.
Well, I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for stopping by again. I think we talked last week, I think it was. If I go back and look at the log, maybe it was a little longer than that. No, February 15th. So why did you wait a whole month there? Go ahead.
I tried you one time and I couldn't get you, and you were on 40 meters. I wanted to call you on the 450D. That's what I'm on now, and my loop, I lost one of the legs on my loop antenna. My horizontal loop came down in the wind, so it's only about 12 feet off the ground in the one corner. But it's not tuning up very good on 40, but it's tuning up great on 20. So I got a good signal from you today, and I figured, let me give it a try and see if I can reach you. So this is it, 100 watts on the 450D with the MD100 mic. Go ahead.
Oh, fine business. Well, I'll tell you, 5.9 plus 5, solid. It's not wavering at all, and I really like what you've done with the audio as well there, Roger.
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate it. And you too. It sounds like you're on a different radio, I believe, than what I talked to you on last time, correct?
Yeah, I think February we were on the 7300. We got this probably a week after that. We've had it to be about 3 weeks come Wednesday. This is the FTDX10 from Yaesu. We still have it at 7300. It's in an alternate location downstairs for a different shack setup. If we start to bleed over the wife's headphones and so forth, since we're right next door, then we go downstairs to the other location. Not quite as noisy and a little bit less power there, but we are able to tie into the same antenna there, Roger.
Roger, yeah, doing a great job for sure. What mic are you using with the ASIN?
Yeah, this is the Heil PR781, and we've got it dialed in with the EQs. The only difference, sometimes we're running it with the EQ on and sometimes off. Currently, it's with the EQ off. I listened to it with the EQ on. It sounds too tinny to me, so we kind of like this setting better. Roger.
Hey, Roger. If you've got a second, I know you've got a lot of guys calling. I just want to switch something on the bottom here, Steve. If that's okay.
Yeah, it's no problem at all, Ken. Be happy to. Hotel Oscar, standby, please.
Okay, this is a low-cut filter. There's two settings. This is the first. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just it sounds a little flatter to me, for Ken.
And this is the low-cut 2 setting on here. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I see that sounds a little brighter. It's getting a little bit more fidelity to it. That sounds a little better than the first setting. Well, that one there doesn't. It sounds a little bit more highs. I didn't hear any mids or lows. So the number 2 setting, I think you said to me that sounded the nicest, the one for me anyway.
Okay, I appreciate it. Now I'm off. I shut it right off, so now I have no filter on now. So now I'm back to the 0 setting.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best. I mean, each body's voice is different. I really would have thought that I would have to run the EQ, but honestly, maybe it's still an adjustment. I'm not sure, but for my stances and my voice, it sounded better with it off, and it certainly doesn't hurt the signal any, because it did drop down there momentarily, but then you came right back up to 5 and 9 as well, Roger.
Hey, Roger. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. I appreciate it. Like I did with the other radio, I tried to listen to myself, on a dummy load, and this was about the best it sounded. So I figured, I'll give you a shot. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. Mike, standing by.
Yeah, I got you.
So I appreciate the help with that. Really, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem, Ken. Like I said, I'm glad to do it. And I think we've talked before. I'm live streaming, so you can go back and listen to the playback on our QSO. And you did the 3 different settings, and that's really nice, because now you'll be able to listen to those yourself, Roger.
Yeah, sorry, Roger. Yeah, back to the number 2 now, just to see how that goes. But I appreciate it. Listen, I don't want to hold you. I know you have other fellas calling you, so I don't want to hold you too long. But lots of luck with your new rig there. And like I said, it sounds really good. You're still holding it about 20 over here, so no problem there. Sounded really good. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to do it, and I'm glad we got a chance to work again. Always a pleasure. And like I said, I appreciate you taking the time today to stop in and say hi, and I hope you'll continue to do so. And yeah, like I said, it's nice to be able to listen to the audio as well on the playback, and I've made several adjustments on mine just because I thought it would sound better if I made a few changes. But again, you've made yours. I thought the 0 setting sounded the best, but again, you be the judge. You know what sounds good to you, because nobody knows your voice better than you. But yeah, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to work on 40. I try to work pile up the best I can and get to everybody. And I'm just not a big fan of 5.9 QRZ. I like to give everybody equal time, and that's what kind of makes it fun. But we did get a chance to work today. That's great. Get you in the log for the second time. And we'll be back on 40 meters. Usually on Fridays is what we try to do, depending on if life gets in the way, then we won't. But that's the intention. So Ken 73, thank you again, and hope things are going well in your part of the world. Have a great what's left of the day and a wonderful week. And And feel free to come back anytime, my friend. We'll just pick it up where we left off. Whiskey 2, Kilo Oscar, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
Okay, Randy, thanks again. 7-3s, good luck. You were 40 over that time, so fine job there, bud. K0RWB W2KKO, 73.
Okay, 7-3s. We'll go ahead and clear. I did hear a station a while ago, something Hotel Oscar. If you're still in there, give me your full call, please.
Whiskey 3, Victor Romeo X-Ray.
Like KKO, 5.
Hotel's off today, 7-3.
Was there a station with Hotel Oscar again, please?
No, about a half hour.
Yeah, we'll try it one more time. I'm trying to get everybody equal time here. We'll see if one more time. There was a station that came back earlier with Hotel Oscar. Yeah, nothing heard. I do apologize. Another station came back with Zulu Mike. A station come back with your full call, please.
You're coming back to me. This is Kilowatt Charlie 2, Alpha Zulu Mike. Everton is the name, over.
Okay, to make sure I got this right. Kilo Charlie 2, Oscar Zulu Mike.
Alpha Zulu Mike.
My apologies. I'll get it typed in there correctly. Okay, fine business. Got you in there now. Everton, yeah, matter of fact, we worked. I thought we worked not too long ago. The call was familiar, but it didn't show up in my log there. But fine business. Hey, thanks for your patience standing by there. Like I said, we're trying to give equal time when we can, and we know there's others out there, but we've got you in the log this time. Again, the name here is Randy, and we're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. There, go ahead.
Fine business there, Randy. For some reason, your call escapes me there, but I'm on paper log, not on computers there, so it's a little hard to discern the calls there. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'll give it to you again just in case. Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, K0RWB there, Roger.
Roger. I'll definitely put it in my makeshift log there, but don't bank on it there. I like talking. I don't retain too much there, but we try.
You know, that's half the business is getting on the air and making the contacts. If I didn't have a little electronic logging program, I'd be lost. Of course, some calls for some reason do stay with me. Some do escape me, and it's not intentional. It's just I just call it a sign of getting old. Roger.
Roger. Well, we're both suffering from it there, but anyway, I want to thank you for coming back to the call, and however short the Q-show was, I did enjoy it there, and I hope to work here again soon. I know you got a lot of other people you'd like to get to, so we're not going to hog it up there. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem at all. I like I said, we try to work them the best we can and give everybody some time, but we appreciate you standing by. And the log did not show a contact, well, so thank you very much for the first one, and I'm hoping that's just one of many to come. Again, we try to be out here during the week about 2 o'clock Central for a few hours or until the band dies. Sometimes life gets in the way. We're not able to get on the air, but the intention is to try to get out here when we can and make some contacts and kind of catch up and meet up and have fun in the process. So anyway, I'll say 7-3s, and we're going to go back around and see if we've got any other stations. But again, thank you for taking the time to check in with us today, and hope you'll do it again real soon. A Kilo Charlie 2 Alpha Zulu Mike, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo will close on your final. Roger?
Roger. Well, let me tell you there, you're definitely a 5 and 9 all the way through the conversation there. So take care, Randy, until we meet again.
Okay, 7-3s. We'll go ahead and clear. And we're going to try again. There was a station earlier with Hotel Oscar. See if that station is in there. Hotel Oscar station. If you're there, come back with your call, please. Yeah, you're right at my noise level. I can hear you in there, but I'm not able to pull a call. Let's try it again one more time, a little bit slower, please. Well, I'm just taking a guess because of the noise. Was it an Alpha Lima 7?
Roger, Roger. Alpha Lima 7 Hotel Golf.
Okay, I think I got it. Alpha Lima 7 Hotel Golf. Is that a Roger?
Roger, Roger. And I won't hold it. I'm here. You're 5'9". My QTH is Florida. Over.
Okay, let me bring the beam around that direction. Hopefully you'll come up in my receive and I'll come up in yours. Boy, that's persistent. Well, thank you so much, David, for hanging in there. Like I said, sometimes the conditions change, and sometimes they don't, but we're able to get a better copy on you that time there, Roger.
Okay, Roger, Dodger. Can you get any sort of a report on the audio on this rig? This is a 7300. I'm trying to adjust the audio on it. Over.
Well, it is certainly clear. I mean, the signal's kind of waving between 5 and 5, 5 and 7. If you'd like, we should probably start and see what your audio settings are, what your mic gain is set at, and what your processing is set at.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. That's what I'm working on now. But at least I checked into a trader's net last week. And the moderator heard me and everything. I did a listing, but he said my audio needed pruned up. So anyhow, I won't hold it up since conditions aren't ultimate, and I'll try to catch you again later. Is there a particular frequency you get on 40? Over.
No, generally we just trying to find a spot. I mean, you can never really tell, and you know we're just a steward of amateur radio, so we look for an open spot on 40, and we try to be below 7230, but sometimes you have to go a little bit above or what have you. That's the general idea, but that's kind of what we look at. But David, before you go though, I mean, I'd be happy to take a listen to your settings if you can tell me what they are and see if you want to make any changes to it there. Go ahead.
No, I really can't do that because the rig is too darn small. I've always had rigs like Drakes and Kenwoods and all that. And this thing's like I don't know how to describe it. So thanks for the offer, but I'll pass on that idea.
Yeah, it's no problem. Again, I don't think it sounds terribly bad. I mean, there's always a chance a person can brighten it up a little bit. You can add a little bit more lows to it, what have you. 7300s are very easy to set up audio transmit over some other radios, but that's certainly fine. But like I said, once I brought the beam down near the location, you definitely came up in my receive. You were solid 5 and 9. Before I had a hard time pulling you out above my noise level, so I'm glad that we were able to make a contact today, and we do appreciate you taking the time and standing by there to try to work again. So persistence does pay off. Say 7-3s, David. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope things are going well for you down in Florida, and hope you have a good week ahead as well. I'll say 7-3s for you for now. Alpha Lima 7 Hotel Golf, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s, David.
Okay, yeah. Strangely enough, I've got a beam that's up 110 feet, 5 elements on 20 meters. However, my rotor gave out, and therefore it's pointed towards Europe, and I can't find anybody that's willing to climb 110 feet to put the rotor back.
Yeah, and I would probably be one of those as well, for sure. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe there's a crane company around that would be willing to help you out there, or maybe even a local ham club would have some young guy that'd be willing to climb up there. But hopefully you'll get it resolved sooner than later, of course. But 7-3s, my friend, and good talking with you. Hope we do it again real soon there. Roger? Okay, signed business. And we do thank you again. And we'll go ahead and clear. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City. Calling CQ, any station, anywhere.
November 2,
I appreciate that. I did hear a Whiskey 2 question mark again, please.
Whiskey 2, Golf Juliet Foxtrot.
Whiskey 2, Golf Juliet Fox. Nice big signal. Good afternoon. Thanks for giving us a call. The handle here is Randy, just outside Kansas City, Missouri. Go ahead.
QSL Randy, thank you for the comeback. Been listening to you a little while here. My name here is Larry, Lima Alpha Romeo Romeo Yankee. We're located in Kingston, New York, about 90 miles of New York City and 50 miles south of Albany on the Hudson River. I noticed on your QRZ page you're running a hex beam. I'm also running a hex beam, a radio waves hex beam. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's an amazing piece of equipment, and I'm not sure how long you've had yours, but I have certainly noticed that when you're talking hex to hex, there's usually an S unit or two higher there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I've had mine for a few months now. I actually tried putting it in last spring and got it up on I'm up about 25 feet with it. Got it up on the tower, and it wasn't working right. I had called the company, and they said, "Oh, well, go ahead and put it up. It's just you're too close to the ground with it." Well, I got it up there. It wasn't working, so I had to bring it back down again. I have a friend with a bucket truck that was able to help me with that, and a few hands in the area. And we tuned the thing up, and I finally got it back up. The only thing is the 10 and 6 meter elements of it aren't working now. The 10 was working on the ground. The 6 was, I thought was working, but don't have that much of it working. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm not about to get the bucket truck in again. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's unusual. Sorry to hear that. I've had mine since 2012, and either timing or conditions or both, but I have yet to make a contact on 6 meters. A few on 10, of course, but it's interesting that there's something amiss there. I'm not really sure what that might be. I know on my particular application, SDVRs are quite high, 10 feet and below, and the higher up you go, the better they seem to get. Right now at 45 feet, I'm just about dead flat on every band from top to bottom. I think the worst is about 1.4. Otherwise, they're just dead flat across. That's one thing I do like about the antenna, but hopefully it's a simple fix for you. And, you're on the air now currently, so that does help. And I'd like to think the spring is on its way. It's playing havoc with us here, which it usually does March and first part of April. But hopefully it's something you can get resolved here in a relatively short time there, Frame. Roger?
Yeah, okay. I don't know whether you've turned your beam or what the story is, but you were a 5.9 plus when I contacted you. You dropped down to about a 5.5 here. So I don't know whether the band's starting to shift on us or what. Go ahead.
It's moving around. You did the same thing. You bounced back up to 5.9. It's just, I think it's that time of day. It seems to be much better than it has been in weeks past. Last week it was so bad that we had to move to a different band because the conditions were not that good. But it's that time of day. If you're able to hear me, I'm certainly fine with that, Roger.
Yeah, you're back up again. You're back up to 5.9 again, so the band is shifting around. Yeah, I also have a vertical here. I have a Comet multiband vertical, and I've made some contacts on 10, and I think I made one contact on 6 with it, and that was quite a while ago, though. But yeah, I did notice that the band's been kind of up for the past few days, actually, and last weekend with the international contest that was going on, I made quite a few contacts, and was very surprised and pleased with it. The rest of the antenna works fine. The only thing that's not working right is the 6 meter and the 10 meter. And I'm not too concerned about it right now because those bands aren't doing too much anyway. I'm running about 200 watts here on a Yaesu FT101 MP, which I just picked up about a month ago and really enjoy using. It's doing quite a job for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a terrific radio. We have the one below that, the FTDX10. It was kind of a tough call between the 10 and the 101. I had another radio that had 2 VFOs and receives and never used it, and so that's really kind of why I went this direction. I hated to buy more radio than I would actually use. However, it's comforting to know that it's basically the same transmit and receive technology. So that's kind of nice. And of course, the Sherwood report on the 101, I think, was number 1 in the latest Sherwood report, which was nice. And I believe the 10 was number 3. So we certainly have that going for us as well. But I have an IC 7300 that's in the alternate shack downstairs, and I like that radio as well. There's a little bit of difference with this rig with the on the receive side, and it's nice to have the external monitor as well, which is what we like to put up on display on the channel. We're actually live streaming on YouTube right now, so that's part of the display that we have on our channel right now as well. Roger.
Okay, Randy, very good. I haven't looked at your live stream yet. In fact, I'm going to have to leave fairly soon. I've got a meeting I have to zoom in on for the board of directors I'm on. But I also have another radio. I have the Yaesu 891, which isn't hooked up right now. I replaced it with this 101, but I'm going to be using that. This summer I'm going to try doing some parks on the air stuff. I've been hunting that for the past year or so, and I want to get out on my own and try doing some there. But I've enjoyed the conversation, and nice meeting you here, and hopefully we'll meet you further down the log. K0RWB, W2GJF.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Well, I appreciate you giving us a call. And if you've been listening for a while, hopefully you caught the part about the weekly giveaway that we're doing with the gift certificate from the local ham store here. And if not, I'll say it again anyway, just in case. You just go to my channel with my call, and you just subscribe to the channel, go to the live chat, type in your call and in it to win it, and that gets you registered for this week there, Roger.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll take a look at that as soon as I sign off here. So 7-3s, and hope to talk to you again later. Have a nice day and stay safe.
Okay, Larry, thank you very much, and thanks for taking the time to give us a call. And, we'll have a chance to work again. Yeah, the band's getting funky here all of a sudden, but I'm sure it'll still work later on. 7-3, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week coming up as well. Whiskey 2, Golf, Juliet, Foxtrot, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s.
7-3s.
Okay, we'll be clear. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy, Kansas City. Calling CQ, any station, anywhere.
November 2, Kilo 2, Golf, Alpha, Victor.
The Kilo 2 again, Golf, Victor?
Kilo 2, Golf, Alpha, Victor. And I didn't get your call because I just tuned in as you were ending.
Yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate it. The call here is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, and the handle here is Randy. Thanks for giving us a call back today. Gosh, if it looks right, kind of north and east of Raleigh, North Carolina. So that's the first contact in that part of the world today. Thanks for giving us a call.
Yeah. Okay, Randy, no problem. K0RWB from K2GAV. You got the location correct. Lewisburg, North Carolina. Been here about 2.5 years now. Loving it down here in retirement. Name is Ted, Tango Echo Delta. And Lewisburg is, that's the mailing address, but I live about 25 miles northeast of downtown Raleigh, the capital city here. You got a beautiful signal. I didn't get a chance to look at the meter, but it's over S9 here, Randy. And nice to meet you for the first time. Back to K0RWB from K2GAV.
Yeah, 5 minutes. The meter shows 20 over on my receive, so I think we've got a nice pipeline. That's always nice. Didn't have any. They had no problems picking you up. So I don't know if the band is shipping from the upper New England down to your direction or what, or it'll come back up again. I never have really tried to figure it out. I just try to work with it because I usually end up on the wrong side anyway. But so far so good. We're out making some contacts today. We usually come out here about 2 o'clock Central for a few hours or until the band dies, where I get the tap on the shoulder from the YL. And we're actually streaming live on YouTube right now as well. So our QSO is being recorded. If you're interested later on listening to the playback, you can do so just about the 1:25 time frame there, Roger.
Yeah, okay, fine. I was looking at the QRZ page for your streaming URL here, but I'll look at that later. Okay, Randy, running a Kenwood TS990 here, driving an Elecraft KPA 1500, doing about 1,226 watts right now, peak power, into a wire antenna, the ZS6BKW. you were consistent 20 over, and for the latter half of that last transmission, 30 over 9 here into North Carolina. So, yeah, we do have a pipeline between Bates City, Missouri, and Lewisburg, North Carolina. Back to you, Randy.
Yeah, it's probably the first time in a long time that I've had I guess a so-called armchair copy. I mean, it actually does sound like you're right here, and yeah, I appreciate the signal report, and I had to just throw it right back to you as well. You know, it's really nice when conditions are great. I mean, it's a wonderful experience. It doesn't happen too often, but when it does, you certainly take advantage of it. And of course, again, it's like the weather. Give it 5 minutes, and I'm sure everything will shift. But yeah, 5 minutes on the equipment 990, just a terrific, wonderful radio. A little out of our, I like to call a little out of our pay grade, so to speak. So we ended up with the newer version of the Yaesu FTDX10, which we're currently on now, a hex beam pointed in your general direction. Probably could dial it down a little bit more, but I think at 20 over we'll probably be okay. Running a little bit of power with the ACOM 1000. It's about 850 on peaks there. Go ahead.
Okay, Randy, well, you're hanging in there. Nothing fading yet here. Beautiful signal. Always over 20 over 9 here, so fine on that. Okay, thanks for your service, by the way. I saw that mentioned on your QRZ page here. Well, let's see. What else can I say? Age is 68, although not in my head. Only when I look in the mirror. Anyway, I've been retired for 6 years now after a 45-year career as a broadcast engineer. And very much enjoyed that 45 years. Got me around the world and meeting a lot of great people and doing a lot of fantastic things with other people's money. No, I didn't work in the government. I worked in commerce, but my employer, of course, was paying for the projects that I managed, Randy. Let's see, 45 years doing that. Started when I was age 17 between high school and starting college. I had my commercial license then and was operating at 17 years old a 50-kilowatt AM station, watching the transmitter and taking meter readings there as a summer relief guy at a local top 40 station. Went to college 5 years, got my master's degree in electrical engineering, and then continued in broadcasting for the rest of my career. Got me around the country, lived in California for a while, worked a lot in the field, various kinds of jobs, but got me to, Japan and Korea, South America, all over Europe, and to Saudi Arabia, too. So had a lot of fun doing that. And let's see, last half of my career, 24 years, spent at ESPN. You may have heard of them, the sports channel up there in Connecticut. And that's pretty much why I was there for 37 years. Worked a few other jobs, but 24 of those years were working for ESPN. Retired back in 2015 and enjoying it here. 2 daughters. One's an electrical engineer like her dad, and she works for Northrop Grumman, doing mostly Navy work. I think everything she's done in 10-plus years has been for the U.S. Navy. And she's doing quite well up there. And my younger daughter is here in Raleigh. She and her husband are currently, like everyone else, working from home. But her job, actually both of them now, permanent jobs are going to be from home. Really pre-COVID, but so COVID hasn't really affected them too much. They had those kinds of jobs already. So anyway, that's what's happening there. 2 daughters, and my wife and I have been married for do the math in my head really quickly, 44 years. In October, it'll be 44 years. And we're just enjoying retirement here in North Carolina. We have an RV, and we're going to be taking it out for Easter weekend, meeting up with my daughters and their guys and my younger daughter's parents at an RV park near Virginia Beach, Virginia. And we're just going to be so much looking forward to getting together for Easter dinner. And I had both of my COVID shots. I believe John's mother has also. My wife's getting her first shot on Wednesday. And I don't know about John's father or not. But anyway, the old people are getting shot up, I'll put it that way. Shot up in a good way, Randy. K0RWB from K2GAV.
Yeah, fine business. No, I appreciate that for the update. Congrats on the on the career and the retirement. We retired in 2017, and haven't really looked back. Missed the people we work with, but some parts of the job are left where they're at, so no problem. Yeah, I was just going to make a comment on the RV there, the View. That's the style I'm leaning toward, but the YL says that's not enough space between us. So I like the idea of the compactness and being able to take it anywhere, basically. But she says not enough space between us, so I may have to go a different route. The last unit we had was a 38-foot diesel pusher, and that was just barely big enough. So we'll see where it goes from there. But really nice, and that's actually what I look for, because it'd be easier to take around for. We like to do a lot of portable work, and I think that's a little easier unit to take out to run basically austere conditions. No generator, nothing. Run strictly battery out portable for a few hours. That's kind of what we would look for. But again, it has to pass the mustard with the YL and so forth. That's a negative. So we'll continue looking there. We'll see what happens. K2GAV, K0RWB, back to you.
Oh boy, signal's just still perfect here. K2GAB. Okay, well, you're an RVer too, so we got that to talk about. Big diesel pushers, what you had, I think you said, had, past tense. I've got two ham friends that have large Class A's, both diesel pushers. One's a tandem rear axle, the other one's a single. But anyway, I've been in their RVs, and they are huge. I do appreciate that. This is our first RV ever, and we got it in 2017, so it's about 3.5 years old now. August of 17, 3.5 years old. And let's see, what shall I say about it? Well, you know a lot about RVs, so this got two slides. The rear one pictured somewhere here, I think. Let's see, the picture's in West Virginia there. You can see the back slide out, and that gives you a queen-size bed, a little shorter than queen, but the queen width, and walk around on both sides. Not a huge walk around, but you can get in and out of bed without disturbing your partner on the other side, which is one of our requirements there. And then also the slide on the side that brings the dinette out and makes the kitchen area much bigger. And this of the different 24 Winnebago View 24 models, this one has the biggest shower. Not that it's huge, but it's bigger than the other ones. The G is not made anymore. They are continuing the J and the V, and they come up with a D, so different arrangements, but basically, same vehicle underneath. The Mercedes Sprinter has been very good. And boy, I'm telling you, I know, as my Class A buddies say, don't ask about fuel mileage. If you're concerned with that, don't get one. Don't get a Class A. But this thing is amazing. On the highway, as long as you're not going too fast, let's say 55 to 65, on the flat open interstates, I have hit 16.5 miles per gallon, and regularly in the 15s on the highway. Of course, it drops down when you're driving in bad conditions to about maybe 13 and a half. But as you know, those are good numbers for a house on wheels, and so we're happy with that aspect of it. It's nice to drive, and as you can see from the wheelbase, it's got a big 8-foot overhang behind the rear axle, but as far as the wheelbase is concerned, it's not any bigger than vehicle, regular passenger-type vehicles. When I first had it, I was home from somewhere, and I wanted to stop for a quick bite to eat, so I pulled into a rest area on the interstate, and it was just packed full of people. And I had to park it, but fortunately there was a regular car-sized parking spot free with nothing behind it but a curb and some grass, so I could handle the overhang. And I was new at it, so I was a little nervous, but I managed to back into that spot between two cars, and I was centered between the two of them, and the rear tires were up against the curb, and the front bumper was even with everybody else's. So you can do that with that RV, as long as you got someplace to put the rear end of it overhanging. Otherwise, you're going to take up two spots. Well, a spot and a half, which is two spots. But anyway, so we like that. And of course, last year was kind of a washout. We got 4 trips in last year, all of them within North Carolina. By the way, those pictures where I'm sitting there at the ham radio, the autumn type pictures, that is North Carolina. It's not far from here. As a matter of fact, I've camped there since we moved here. It's very close to here, but it's a nice reservoir and state park, very inexpensive. No sewer hookup, but water and electric at the sites, and a dump on the way out. So there you go. And then the last 2 pictures are in Pittsburgh, in the Pittsburgh area. And that's when my wife was visiting her friend, and you can see what I was doing during the day with the buddy pole there playing with ham radio. And that was a nice location, as you can see, nice high on, it's called Mountaintop Campgrounds, and it literally was on a flattened off mountaintop. And so it gave me a good shot there with the ham radio antenna. So we enjoyed that. Anyway, I'm just in the process of building a barn to put it in, and looking at the window to my left, there it is. It just needs final siding, stone face, and some overhead doors, and it's done finally. It's going to be nice to park it inside and keep it nice and clean and safe there. It'll be coming home. It's off-site right now to get it out of the way so they can build the building. So we've got anxious to get that back home here and get it de-winterized for our trip coming up there in early April. Boy, that was a long one. I hope it wasn't too long. K0RWB from K2GAV.
Yeah, no problem. And I could tell it was all in one breath. Congratulations. No, that's fine. I certainly understand. And I did look back in the log, and we've had, I think our last contact was 2016 on 20 meters, and I think in 15 there was one on 17 meters as well. But I just glanced at it. But no, you've been solid as well, 20 over the entire time. And I'm nice to see that the conditions, at least on our QSO, has worked out quite well. So I'm glad that it's holding as long as it has, and hopefully, at least for a little bit, we've got a little bit more time yet before I get tapped on the shoulder, before the conditions drop out. The YO will have something for me to do. But I did appreciate you stopping in today, Ted, and nice a chance to work again after, I guess, 5 years, thereabouts is what it said. So no worries there. But like I said, we're generally out here about 2 o'clock Central during the week, around 20 meters, and on Fridays we do 40-meter Fridays. We try to get down on 40 meters on Fridays and make some contacts on that band as well. But feel free to stop in again, of course, and we'll see if there's maybe a few more out there before I have to shut it down today. But I'm glad we got a chance to get in there. By far the best signal I've had on the air so far today. And just keep up the good work, my man. Especially, must be a better signal since you're retired. But anyway, thanks for stopping in. Come back again, and we'll just pick it up where we left off. I'm sure there's a lot more things we could probably talk about, and I look forward to doing it at that time. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week ahead. 73 to you and your missus as well. And we'll look forward to meeting you down the log. Kilo 2 Golf Alpha Victor, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. I'll let you finish up on your end, Ted. Thanks again.
Okay, Randy, I'm going to up you to 30 over 9 because you've been more like 30 rather than 20 over this whole QSO. So we'll put that in the logbook. And okay, on previous contacts, I didn't see them because it must have been W9RWB because I'm not finding a match on K0RWB. So I'm sure they're in there under the separate lookup. Okay, well, take care. Nice having a QSO with absolutely no QRM or QRN and QSB. No Qs at all here, except for a nice QSO here. Alrighty, Randy, thank you very much for the contact. Take care, 7-3, and we'll look for you again down the log. K0RWB from K2GAV.
You bet. Thank you again, and look forward to it as well. We'll go ahead and clear, and we'll say 7-3s. Did have one station that did check in with us. If we can get him here again, see if Randy's out there. Victor Echo 4, Romeo Echo Mike. Are you in there?
Roger that, Randy. Roger that. You're like 5'9" plus easy. You're the strongest station on the band right now. Go ahead.
Well, I appreciate that. And Randy, thanks for your patience hanging in there, my friend. And like I said, we've got our eyes on 3 screens at once trying to keep track of everybody. And we did see on the chat there, but wanted to get a chance to get back in and work. Yeah, we haven't had any northern stations so far today. So you're the first one in Canada there, Roger?
Oh, roger that, Randy, roger that. Yeah, no, I was looking at the band scope here, and I just seen this super strong signal, and I went over there, and then, yeah, went to your YouTube channel. But, no, excellent signal there, Randy, and, yeah, it's not a very well. It's plus 8 Celsius here today, so that's, slowly summer's coming. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, we had a teaser last week. We went from sub-zero to summer. I call it sub-zero to July, about a week ago, and then slowly it's been teasing us and saying, we're not done with you yet. It's still March, so now no snow. They don't anticipate any. We've got the cold again, mid-40s Fahrenheit, and rain up and through the weekend. But, you know, eventually it's going to have to come. That's just the way it works there, Roger.
Roger, Randy, for sure. Yeah, my wife's at work, so I don't have to worry about her tapping me on the shoulder yet. But I will have to start worrying about making her supper pretty soon. Semi-retired as a Motorola technician for 18 years. And then I kind of took a part-time job as a parts service department as a GM dealer. And then because of COVID, I got laid off. So what else do we do? Play radio till we can get out to the lake, Randy. Go ahead.
No, fine business. I've got your page pulled up. Are you on the 7300 with the hex beam?
Yeah, roger that, I am. And I just got a brand new microphone, Ohio, ICM BG. Go ahead.
Yep, that's the perfect setup. I run the ICM. I have a 7300 as well in the alternate shack downstairs. And that is a terrific match with the radio and microphone. This here is the Yaesu FTDX10, and we're running a Ohio PR 781 with it there, Roger.
Oh, Roger that, Randy. I can tell by the picture microphone there. A friend of mine has one on a 7610, actually. Well, anyways, I'm sure there's other people who want to talk to you. I really, really appreciate you coming back or giving me a call. And stay safe, my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And like I said, I saw the information there on the chat, so we've got you in there as well. And we'll see what happens here on Wednesday. We're gonna be doing that for the next couple of weeks. So Randy, if it's not this week, it could be next week. You just don't know. Luckily, I'm not having to put my hand in the hat there. That's going to be left up to the YL. So that should be fun, and we'll certainly mail the information out there. But appreciate you doing that, and hopefully you'll have some laughter looking at my face. My face here on YouTube, but it is kind of fun, and we enjoy it as well there, Roger.
Oh, Roger, and yeah, it looks like you're having fun there. I'm gonna have to do something like that. I've definitely got the network connection to do it, so yeah, maybe I'll think about doing something like that. If wifey will let me spend a bit more money. So okay, Randy, 7-3s, have a good one, and it's a really neat thing you're doing here with the contest, and take care.
You bet. Thanks again, and thanks for standing by till we could get back to you. So I'm glad you did, and nice to work you for the first time, and hopefully we'll have a chance to do it again real soon. 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week. Summer's coming, my friend, so hang in there. We'll get through this together. Victor Echo 4, Romeo Echo Mike, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s.
7-3s.
Number 2, Tango Lima, New York.
The Tango Lima, again, with your call, please?
Yes, November 2, Tango Lima, N2 TLL. The name is Guy, and we're located in a small town called Highland, New York.
Okay, fine business, Guy. Give me a second to bring the beam around from the northwest and see if you'll come up in my receive. Hopefully I'll come up in yours as well there. This is Randy, and we are 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Go ahead.
QSL, Randy, I got you a good 20 over, and I also have a beam pretty much aimed right at you. We're running an ICOM 7300 here, barefoot, and we're running the X7 beam made by Chris-Craft.
Yeah, that would probably get things done there, wouldn't it? Well, congratulations, Guy, and yeah, thank you thank you for giving us a call. Apparently, I've got a couple more minutes. I got the first tap. The process here at my QTH, when the YL it says we need something, we get one tap, and if that's not recognized or acknowledged, then a few minutes later it's a double tap on the shoulder, and if that's not recognized, then there's a slap upside the head, and that's only happened once there, Roger.
Yeah, you could be in very serious danger if you had to go to the next level, but we won't go there.
Yeah, like I said, it's only happened once, and I've certainly learned my lesson. Again, we generally get a couple hours every day in the afternoon, about 2 Central, and we're able to go for a few hours or until the band dies. But apparently there's some things in the work that I'm unaware of, but that's okay. In the meantime, until it does happen, we'll make some more contacts. We do appreciate you giving us a call. And, yeah, the audio on the 7300 sounds great. I'm not sure if you're running the stock mic or if you're running something else. Maybe you can tell me next go-around. But we certainly do ours. No, I take it back. I think you said the ICM. Everybody's running into one other there. I apologize. But, yeah, I've really enjoyed my rig. I just wish it had the external monitor feature on it. And I think that would make it a home run plus 10 for me there, Roger.
Roger, Randy. Well, I'll make it quick. I won't keep you entertained with, so you can get yourself cleared. We're running the ICOM 7300, and I'm running the ICOM factory desk microphone that they used to make. It's the SM20.
Oh, well.
And I'm running with the compressor on. Usually it's just for DXing. Now, I don't know if I'm overmodulated to you or not, but it is a very strong audio this radio seems to put out. And so far, I haven't had any complaints. I had the radio for a couple years, and I've been very happy with it.
Yeah, I ran mine for constant. It was on the primary for about 5 weeks until this one came available. And, again, I wanted to have a few other features that the 73 didn't. It was a big upgrade from the Yaesu FT950 I had. Really good, nice receive technology. The 7300 is so easy to set up audio transmit. It's just mind-boggling how simple it is, how well they sound. I did copy the SM20, good microphone match for it as well. Like I said, I have the ICM mic set up with it, and it seemed to match up quite well. This is the PR781 on the Yaesu, and it can be a little temperamental. I think they're still trying to get acquainted. They haven't been together very long, but we are currently running with no EQ. We have the EQ off, just the settings that are in the equalizer itself, but no compression and no other issues with it. So we run it with a little compression, and to me it sounds too tinny, so we leave it this way. On playbacks, this usually sounds the best that I actually sound myself, but we always let the YouTube playback kind of dictate how we sound, and that's what we decided to do there, Roger.
Roger, well, you sound good. You got a nice voice tone to it. I don't know how good I sound to you here on it. I got to be careful not get too close to the mic because it is very, very sensitive here. But knock on wood, it seems to do good on long DX in here. I have yet to look into maybe getting an amplifier, but about 99% of the time, Randy, I've been doing pretty good with the beam I got. Back to you.
Yeah, that's really the big key. My first Elmer I had, he says, 90% of your station should be antenna and 10% should be everything else. And there's a lot to be said about that. And you certainly have the antenna in the air, letting it do the work. We run a hex beam, basically a 2-element Yagi. We're running a little bit of power, and only because I'm doing a live stream on YouTube, and it would be really boring really quick if I just called CQ and nobody heard me. So at least by running a little power is a good opportunity that somebody will hear me. So we just let it run like that. But otherwise, we don't try to push it at all. Just enough to make sure that those out there are able to hear us there, Roger.
Oh, QSL on that. QSL, no. You sound good, and at the same time, I've been very lucky, too. I wasn't able to get a tower. You know, it was too expensive. But you might be familiar with a company that deals in towers, deals in roof mount short towers, Glen Martin. I have a 9-foot heavy-duty Glen Martin on it, and then I got a high gain 4, rotor 4 it's called, for the beam here, and it worked out really fine.
Yeah, I would say, you know, I've heard of the Glen Martins, and for rooftop applications, they're absolutely, you know, almost essential. We thought about putting another an antenna set up on our workshop, which is an all-metal roof, and sitting at dead center. I was still contemplating that. I'm not sure where we're going to go with it. We have a 45-foot tower right now, actually 40-foot tower that we acquired years ago, and that's where the hex is on, and it works well for us. Ours is a little different, is to the aspect that our rotor is 4 foot off the ground inside of the tower, and then we run the center mast pipe up to the center, halfway up the thrust bearing, and also one at the very top. I didn't like the idea of having all that extra weight at the very top for a ham 2 rotor, which is really overkill for this antenna. And also, if we ever had to have the rotor serviced, we could continue using the antenna there, Roger.
Oh, yeah. No, that's no problem there. That's no problem there. You know, I'm very fortunate I was able to do what I could do here, you know. I had it up there for at least 15 years up on the roof. The feet, you know, I had a custom-made aluminum plate made, you know, from a metal shop. So the antenna is pretty much dealing with galvanized aluminum and stainless steel. So I'm pretty much set there, Randy. You know, it took a lot of work, but for me to do it again, or if I wanted to add another antenna, I would have to get some help to help me do it the second time around.
Yeah, we don't like climbing towers anymore either. So our tower is on a tilt-over base. We have a cabling system that actually goes on the back of a chimney of our house, and then a big cable that we hook onto our vehicle, and we kind of give it a nudge to get the tower started, and as we pull closer, then the tower comes down, but we have enough length that we're not worried about it hitting the vehicle. And it gets about 8 foot off the ground, and then we put a brace on it. And we usually bring it over once a year just for inspection purposes, make sure everything's where it should be. We haven't had any issues. It's been up since 2012. And but we just kind of a preventive maintenance type thing, checking connections and what have you. And then we turn right around and put it right back up again, and lock it down and get back on the air. So that's you know, pretty straightforward, at least in my part of the world. So we've been really fortunate not having any issues with it, and it has served us quite well. So I don't know if I told you, if you heard that we are doing a live stream here on YouTube. We're also doing an amateur radio store gift certificate giveaway on Wednesday. And if you're interested in that and being eligible for the giveaway, all we'd ask is you go to my channel and subscribe, and in the live chat, you put in your call sign and you type in it to win it, guy, and then you would be eligible for the giveaway on Wednesday there, Roger.
Oh, Roger, Randy, okay. I'll look into it.
Yeah, you know, it never fails. We could always use coax or connectors or, you know, whatever the case may be. This is we like to promote local. We're fortunate to have a local amateur store here in the area. They also have an online store as well. But we kind of did a collaboration a couple of weeks ago and thought this would be a good way to promote the hobby, promote YouTube, the channel, and a little bit of the store as well. And there's really no downside. There's no cost to anybody entering, other than unfortunately they have to subscribe to my channel and look at me when when it comes up. But otherwise, we're having fun with it. And again, we always like to promote local. I think it's real important. Nothing against the big box stores, but the mom and pop's kind of what built this country there, Roger.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Well, look, I'm glad I was able to make contact. I was just going through the band here, and I just had to see if I can make contact back with you. You're sounding good. You got a good setup. Don't touch a thing. We're hoping that we're sounding just as good to you as you are to me. Listen, take care, and it's been a pleasure. This will be November 2, Tango Lima Lima. We'll be clear after your final.
No problem. No, you sound good as well. It sounds really good. I said I've not really ever heard a bad 7300, and you've got the SM20 as well to help you, and you do have the right amount of metal in the air, so no complaints. Working fine in my receive, bordering just about 20 over the entire time. So, Guy, thanks again. Nice to work you. Yeah, feel free to come back, stop in. You get a chance, say hi. We'll pick it up where we left off. We'll see what's going on in your world at that particular time. So enjoy what's left of the day. Have a great week ahead, and hope to work you again real soon. On November 2, Tango Lima Lima, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo 73, Sky.
My pleasure, Randy.
Whiskey 3, India Zulu.
Comment.
Okay, thanks again. We'll take a quick break. There was a comment. Come back real quick with your comment.
Yeah, where do I find your YouTube channel?
Okay, if you go to YouTube and if you go to the search bar, just type in my call sign, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, and then you can look for the newest one, which I have them all dated, or the one that's being currently played there, Roger.
Roger, thank you very much. I got it.
Okay, thank you, sir. We'll go ahead and clear with you. I did hear, was it a Whiskey 3 India Zulu?
Norm in Pennsylvania. As you said, you got a great signal. And anyway, we're just getting the station set up here as we're relocating from Connecticut down to here and whatever. So anyway, just want to jump in and say hello.
Well, I appreciate that, Norm, and thanks for taking the time to do so. The name here is Randy, if you didn't hear the last go-round, and we're about 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City. We're playing radio this afternoon. We're streaming live on YouTube and having a great time there. Roger?
Hey, Roger, Randy. You mentioned you're running the ASU. Which one are you running?
I've got the new FTDX10.
Okay, fantastic. Well, you're sounding good. I'm using the FT5000, and I have the 781 PR781 mic on right now, using a little EQ inside the radio. And part of the reason I got on here, I'm just running dipole antennas, and man, I have a big tower and Yaggies and everything up in Connecticut, but getting ready to retire and move down, and we're kind of downsizing. But I'm just running my FL7000. I just hooked it all up and what have you. So anyway, it seems to be working just fine here, running about 500 watts on the peaks, and sounds, everything's working well here.
Yeah, it sounds terrific. And your signal is about 10 over 9. So, yeah, I would certainly, Nora, I would pat myself on the back on that one. If you're using a dipole, boy, everything else is working in unison there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. So, yeah, like I said, I have, just downsizing. We're not down here permanently. I got to wait till mid-June to the final, launch date for retirement. But I have a butternut vertical in the garage that'll go up, kind of low-key. And, we live in a community. We're allowed to have ham radio antennas, but not the big 56-foot tower that I have up in Connecticut. So, besides, like I heard you guys saying, hey, I'm getting too old to climb towers, man. That thing went up with a crane and it's coming down with a crane. So, I don't plan on doing too much monkey bar work, Those days are long, long behind me. So, the dipole, I just have I took an Alpha Delta 4080, which is a little shortened dipole, and then I added some, a dipole for 20 meters to it, little fan off the side there with some spreaders, and, it gives me what I need to get right now on my visits. I'm down here for the week, and then I go back up, and then, I'll be down the following weekend and the weekend after that. So anyway, I don't want to hold it with you, Randy. Thanks for jumping in, saying hi, giving a signal report and stuff. And you sounded really great here with the hex beam, and the FT10 sounds great. So Anyway, 73, take care, man. K0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. This is Whiskey 3 India Zulu.
Oh, that's terrific. Appreciate that, and glad you took the time to stop by and say hi. I did have one quick comment. I think you said you're going from Connecticut to Pennsylvania, and then I've got your page pulled up, and I'm just curious who's your friend on your shoulder there. What's the four-legged friend's breed there? Go ahead.
Oh, Randy, you caught me, man. I am missing that boy so much. I dropped him off at gun dog school yesterday. His name is Remy. He's a 8-month-old German short-haired pointer. And he was supposed to start gun dog school February 1st. And because of the ice and snow here in Pennsylvania, it got delayed. And I was hoping he'd be ready for a pheasant hunt the end of this week. I'm hunting Thursday and Friday pheasants, and unfortunately, he just started school. Now, I have him trained for all his obedience and stuff, but I really wanted a professional to get him started, and then I can work. But he is such a great boy. He really, really is. And, man, I tell you, it was just weird last night not having to take him out for the final time at 10 o'clock, and it was super weird getting up this morning and not having to go outside with him and let him run and do his stuff. So anyway, but he's just fantastic. He really is.
Yeah, I was not wanting to guess, but I had a feeling it was a GSP, and it's a breed that I have wanted here the last year or so. I currently have 2 Weimaraners that were rescued, one out of Arkansas, one out of southern Missouri, one male, one female. She's 13, and he's probably 10. Terrific dogs, kind of in the same family. I think the GSP is a better hunter, of course, but don't tell my female that. So anyway, but yeah, I just wanted to make a comment there. So I appreciate you taking the time to do that, and I can tell you're missing your pal. So hopefully he'll be back sooner than later. So Norm, thanks again. I've got time for a couple more contacts. I got the second tap on the shoulder, so that's going to allow me a little bit more time to make some contacts. But thanks for stopping by. And like I said, check me out on YouTube and listen to the playback. Man, your audio is just crystal. That's a terrific setup you got there. But don't take my word for it. Give a look, give a listen, and if you're interested, subscribe. And if you want to get in on the drawing on Wednesday, just type your call in and type in it to win it, and who knows? We'll see what happens. Whiskey 3, India Zulu, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7 3s.
B3, Randy, W3IZ. Bye-bye.
Okay, fine business. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. I've got time for one more call. QRZ.
Whiskey 1, Golf Charlie.
Big signal, Whiskey 1, Golf Charlie. Joe, how are you today?
Warm. Southern Maryland. Doing good. You're booming in here. You're about 15 dB over, so just kind of curious to what you're running over there.
Well, I like to say what's in the water because your QTH is about 5 or 6 stations within your same area, so you guys got something going on over there. I appreciate the flowers. Thank you, Joe. The rig is the FTDX10 there with a hex beam. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, usually I talk with the big brother. I got the 101D. I just got my Apache Labs in on Atlantic. I thought I had problems with the radio. There was problems with the operator. I installed Thetis on there, Thetis, whatever you want to call it, and forgot to connect the radio, and that was the whole problem. So that's back, that's running, playing around with that, and like I said, I run the Yaesu FDX 101D, and I got Anon talking now, so just trying to dial it in and see how she's sounding.
Well, I can hear a little flutter in your audio, whether it's driving a touch hard. I don't really know how to describe it, but I can hear what you're saying, but it sounds like on the end there's a little bit of, I guess maybe it's driving a little bit too much. I'm not sure exactly what the word would be, but it's not as smooth as I've heard some other 101s, Roger.
Well, this is the Apache, so I'm thinking that the computer is not big enough for the 200D. So that'd probably be the problem with it.
Yeah, my apologies. I meant to say that, but for some reason when you said 101, I had that stuck in my head. But yeah, I do remember you were on the Apache. It's been a long day, I guess. Made so many contacts today. I'm starting to lose my my train of thought there. I apologize. Like I said, I don't mean any disrespect there, but just wasn't quite sure what it is. Like I said, I can hear you just fine, but there was just kind of something there that was kind of giving a little extra twang there, Roger.
Oh, I agree. I need to get another computer for this to get the full work out of it. And I think that's what takes a lot of it.
Stand by.
The CPU usage there. So I'm thinking that's the problem.
Yeah, well, that's not my world. You get too technical for me, and boy, I'm just lost. I mean, I am using the computer with the rig, but it's processing the OBS software and putting it on onto the live stream. But boy, any more technical than that, boy, I'm just not your guy. I'm not your guy. You know, it's kind of like trying to juggle and chew gum. It's not my area either there, Roger.
No, I guess so. No, I know what it is. It's just I just gotta get a better computer. So that's it. But well, I'm glad I'm making a good shout out to you.
Oh yeah, it's 10 to 15, 20 over on most times there. So I don't think we have any problems hearing each other, Roger.
QSL. Well, yours is a great job out here. Like I said, you're anywhere between 915 dB over. Sounding great.
Well, you know, for the most part, we've been out here for about 2 hours, and the band has been fairly open. Had one little waiver maybe about an hour ago. I had a station that was 20 over, and all of a sudden we both kind of dropped down to 5 and 5, and it came back up again. But most instances, most of the contacts for me today have been in your part of the world, North Carolina, just a few minutes ago. But so the Eastern Seaboard is working quite well, which is nice. I've had some issues the last couple of weeks making some contacts in your direction, but boy, so far today it worked out quite well there. Go ahead.
Yeah, seems like it's pretty good stateside. Not much going to Europe there. I did make a couple contacts earlier, but not much. But you know, it seems to be stateside yesterday and today. Things were phenomenal.
Yeah, we got out here a little bit this morning, and the band was open into Europe, and then we had some other things to get done, and we had gotten off, came back out here about 2:00 Central, and it has been good so far, and have enjoyed it. And we're actually making a lot of contacts with some new stations. I don't see a contact for us as well, so that's also that's very nice. You know, you think it is a small community, but again, you don't have a chance to work everybody all the time. So it's nice to make new contacts. It's nice, and as strong as you are, you think you and I would have talked before, but I guess the timing's the key there, Roger.
Yeah, I think that's a lot to do with it. You know, I'm an avid DXer, but with no DF there, I've been pretty much now just rag chewing and talking locally, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of how we are as well. Of course, we've been doing the YouTube live stream now for about 8 weeks. As I say, we do 8 o'clock or 2:00 Central for a few hours as to what we're doing today. So we're live streaming right now. Hey, that might be a good idea for you actually, to kind of listen how it sounds on the playback, so to speak. Maybe you'll be able to dial it in. It sounds like you've got a pretty good idea, but again, don't let me be the judge of it. But yeah, that's what we've been doing here for the last 8 weeks or so. A little bit different this week. We have a local amateur radio store that's here in the Kansas City Metro, and we have some free gift certificate gives away that we're doing a drawing on Wednesdays. If you're interested in being eligible for that, Joe, all we ask is you subscribe to the channel and go to the chat and just type in your call sign and then type in it to win it. And we're going to be doing that for the next couple of weeks. Who knows? Get a chance to get a certificate. We put that in the mail to the winner, and then the information is disclosed inside of how to cash it in. Roger?
QSL, I'll check that out.
Yeah, like I said, we kind of like to buy and promote local, and that's the mom and pop stores kind of what built this country, and it's a win-win for everybody. So we're just having a good time with it. But Joe, I'll let you go, and we do appreciate you stopping by and giving us a call there. And boy, that part of the country, I tell you, it's about 5 or 6 contacts now. I don't know what's in your water or what's in the air, but you guys sound terrific. So keep up the good work. If you hear us again, please give us a holler and stop by. We'll pick it up where we left off. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week ahead. Look forward to working again. Whiskey 1 Golf Charlie, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. We'll let you finish it.
K0RWB. I appreciate the nice contact there, and I'll catch you again when I get everything all dialed in. 73s, Randy. Talk to you soon.
You bet. 73s, and we'll go ahead and clear. I did hear, and I believe it was an Alpha 3 Bravo. Is that correct? Alpha 3 Bravo question mark?
Yes, so this is Alpha Bravo 3, Lima, India. My name is Freddie. I'm located in Philadelphia, PA. I've been listening to you for quite a while, and you got a beautiful signal up in the northeast
Okay, let me verify the call. Alpha 3 Lima, India. Yeah, you're right above my noise level. I couldn't quite get. I couldn't quite copy that last time. Verify your call again for me, please.
Okay, call sign is Alpha Bravo number 3 Lima, India, and my name is Freddie. Yeah, conditions are going up and down. Feeling like a few seconds ago you were on 20 degrees, and now you're back down to like an S3. So, and I don't have the best antenna. I'm running on a NSET antenna, indoors NSET antenna. So you can imagine. I'm just trying to get out with what I got. Back to you.
Okay, Fred. My apologies on the call. I got it that time. Alpha Bravo 3 Lima, India, in Philadelphia. Got you that time on the indoor antenna there, Roger.
Yeah, that's Roger. What's your QTH? Over?
Roger, we are 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. We're on the Missouri side there, Roger.
Roger. And can you give me the call sign, please?
You bet, Freddie. The call sign is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo.
Okay, I got it, sir. I appreciate your QSO, and I will say my best 73. I just want to keep it short. Just wanted to make a quick contact before you go QSC. So back to you with your finals, and I'll be standing by. This is Alpha Bravo 3 Lima, India.
Okay, Fred. Hey, thanks for hanging around there. I'm glad we got a chance to work real brief. I wish the conditions were a little better, but they are what they are. But thanks for giving us a call. We've got you in the log. Again, we do this about 2 o'clock Central during the week. If you have time and you hear us out there, stop by again. Hopefully the conditions will be a little better for us, and we'll pick it up where we left off. 7-3s, Fred, thank you so much. Look forward to working you again. Alpha Bravo 3, Lima, India, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s.
Delta 2, Mike Tango, India.
The Mike Tango, India. Again, please.
Yes, sir. Kilo. Delta 2, Mike Tango, India. Harry from upstate New York. Hotel Alpha Romeo Yankee.
Okay, Harry. Fine business. Hey, thanks for giving us a call. There's a bunch of them out there. We try to grab them the best we can, but hey, thanks for your patience. And I'm glad we're able to make a contact here. Fine business on location. Got you pulled up here on K0RWB. Again, the name here is Randy, and we're about 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, and we're actually live streaming on YouTube this afternoon. Go ahead.
Copy that, Randy. Randy, can you tell me how well you're receiving me? Over.
I've got you just between 5 and 8 and 5 and 9. A little bit of noise on the band, but nothing terrible there, Roger.
Roger that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will let you be. It'll be a short one. I just wanted to say hello and see how you're doing and see how am I doing. So Again, Kilo Zero Romeo Whiskey Bravo. This is Kilo Delta 2 Mike Tango India. Thank you for the comeback in 73, my friend.
You bet, Harry. And yeah, it looks like we've worked already. The 27th of January. Probably not too long when I started the live stream, actually, pretty close. But we worked here on 20 meters. So I thought the Mike Tango India sounded familiar. The rest of it I had to get my head wrapped around. But hey, great! Thanks for the second contact, and you're sounding good up there. I think you told me before you're running a 7300 if I remember right. But you sound really good. You came up that last time around to a good 5 and 9. Roger.
Roger that. Thank you very much, Randy. Appreciate it. And you have a nice day. Over.
You bet, Harry. Thank you again, and feel free to stop by again, my friend. Nice to work you. I like the new contacts, and I like making repeat contacts as well. Enjoy what's left of the day, Harry, and a great week ahead. You hear us back out there again, give us a shout, my friend. We'll try to grab you out there the best we can. 7-3s, and we'll catch you down a log. Kilo Delta 2, Mike Tango India, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s, Harry.
Whiskey Alpha 1 Golf Sierra, Randy. Whiskey Alpha 1 Golf Sierra.
W0, Mike George.
Okay, I know there's a pile up there. We've got the warning light, the double tap, folks. So I've got this one last contact, and I've got to go. But we did get Guy in there. Whiskey Alpha 1 Golf Sierra. Guy, how are you doing again?
Hey, Randy, my friend, I'm doing well. It's nice to see you. And you're coming in beautifully today. The band is kind of dead, but you're coming into Midtown Manhattan at 20 over 9. And I've also got you on live streaming on YouTube. Over.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble now, aren't I? Well, I appreciate that, Guy. There's a few more stations than I anticipated that go around, but you definitely jumped right on top of them. So I don't know what it is. There's something going on in your part of the world, but in the 2+ hours, the majority of the contacts have probably been within a couple hundred miles of your location. So something's going on in your part of the world. You got to tell me what the secret is. Go ahead.
I don't know. Maybe it's something we eat here. I don't know. Over.
Maybe so. I don't know if that's got anything to do with propagation, but everybody has been 5.9 and 5.9 plus. Makes it really easy to make some contacts, and it's really nice. I've had a good mix of first-time contacts, and I've had a great mix of repeat contacts like yourself. The new ones are great. The repeat ones are a lot of fun as well there, Roger.
I'm sorry, Randy. I'm trying to listen to myself and you and the YouTube at the same time. But can you repeat your last statement? I apologize, my friend.
No problem. All I said was we've had a good mix today of first-time contacts and repeat contacts. First-time contacts are really nice. And the repeat contacts are great as well. For somebody to take the time the second time or third time around to talk to me, I don't know if it's a glutton for punishment or just what, but it is a lot of fun, and this is a great thing about the hobby, Roger.
Oh yeah, it is. Speaking to someone for the first time when you hit it off is great, and coming back to an old friend. Second time or third time is equally as great. It's like, coming home again, and it really feels very good and comforting, Randy. Over.
Yeah, it sure does, no doubt. Did you get your name in for the drawing on Wednesday?
No, I'm missing that. Can you? I'm either having a senior moment, or maybe we did not discuss it before. Can you refresh my memory? Over.
Okay. Well, it may have been since we talked, but last Friday I was at our local amateur store and talking with the owner, and we kind of came up with an idea. Of course, I like to promote and buy local, and we're fortunate to have an amateur radio store here in the metro area. So we're going to, and I've got it up on the screen right now, each Wednesday here for the next couple of weeks, we're going to do a gift card giveaway or gift certificate giveaway to help promote local and promote the channel and so forth, amateur radio. to qualify for this week's drawing, which will be held on Wednesday afternoon, you do need to make sure you subscribe to my channel. And in the live chat, you need to put in your call sign and then type in it to win it there, Roger.
Roger, Roger. So my first step would be to subscribe, correct?
Yeah, and you can do it all at the same time. You can hit the subscribe button, like or notification as well if you want. And then over on the side there, on the chat side, you just make sure you've got your call sign, because that's how I'm going to be able to find the person who wins this. And then make sure you type in it to win it, because I got people who just want to chat and talk and so forth. But if you want to be considered Wednesday, you just make sure you type in it to win it, my friend. Roger?
Roger, Roger. I see it all, and we'll do it. By the way, when we last spoke, I mentioned that I'm operating out of setup in New York City, and you said I should really go on QRZ.com and place a photograph of the New York City installation. It's a buddy pole antenna on the balcony. Did I have that discussion with you, or was it perhaps someone else?
No, you and I talked about that. I'm trying to think. Last time we talked was on March the 9th. So that would have been last week, Roger?
Roger, Roger. Yes, I show the same log. So based in we had said I've taken photographs of my antenna on the balcony and my ham shack, and now I'm going to go to QRZ and figure out how to load it all up. Over.
Yeah, well, if you can get a buddy pole to work in New York City, I'm pretty sure you can figure out how to upload a little picture there, Roger.
I guess the height above terrain is the secret, being on the 26th floor, right?
Well, it's got to be a combination of both here, Guy. I mean, it's like a car. I can't buy it and sell it, so you got to figure this some of this on your own there, Roger.
Got it, my friend. Got it. All is well with you since we last spoke. The family's good. You're good.
I'll tell you what, my friend. If I was doing any better, I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Better than that, so that's wonderful. I know you.
That's a big signal.
You're big. You're the biggest signal on the band I've ever seen. This KI4YY.
Yeah, give me a second, and I'll get you.
Yeah, good.
Set up, and we can get your thoughts on how it looks. Over.
Yeah, like I said, I really think if you're able to put a picture of the shack there at that location, I really think it would be interesting. Again, it's the ingenuity and the wherewithal that amateur radio operators, things we have to go through to get on the air. And you're a prime example of how to do that, Guy, and you do quite well at it there, Roger.
Well, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. It's a simple setup, but it does the job, and that's the key. Over.
Yeah, I think so. Again, putting it all together and making it work, and I guess it doesn't hurt bouncing off the skyscrapers as well. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. I've got. I did promise another a go round before the wife hits me upside the head, so she gave me a reprieve. But anyway, give it a look and give it a listen. If you want to be considered, make sure you do what I asked there. And if not this week, it could be the next week, whatever. But Guy, always a pleasure, always a privilege to talk with you. I hope we can do it many more times to come, Roger.
Roger, before you go, Randy, I meant to ask you, are you guys suffering from that violent snowstorm that's hitting the Midwest? Over.
No, it's pretty much up in the mountain ranges, the Rockies. Nothing that I know of here. I mean, we've had rain mid-40s, upper 40s, and that's what we're having the rest of the week. So I think the snow, for the most part, is gone. They said maybe there's a chance later in the week a little bit north of me, but I think we're going to be okay. So there's your local weather for the Kansas City Metro, Roger.
Roger, Roger. All right, my friend. Glad you're safe. Stay well. I'm sure we will be speaking real soon, my friend. K0 Romeo Whiskey Bravo. This is Whiskey Alpha 1 Golf Sierra in sunny Manhattan. Wishing you a great afternoon and 7-3.
Okay, Guy. Hey, thanks again for giving us a shout. And nice to work your buddy pole. Doing a great job, my friend. And 7-3's come back again. Get that picture up on the page, man. I want to see it. I think it's going to be a really neat deal. 7-3s, and let's do it again real soon. Whiskey Alpha 1, Golf Sierra, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo.
Radio Whiskey Bravo. This is K0RWB,
Kilowatt 4, Delta Charlie Papa.
Yeah, station standby. I've got one station out west I've got to get to real quick. They've been holding for a long time. We'll see if we can go ahead and get a contact with them, and I'll be happy to come back with you again. Just see if Bob is out there. November 5 Delta. Bob, see if you're out there in New Mexico. November 5 Delta. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Back to you, Bob. Now we'll try it one more time. November 5 Delta. November 5 Delta. Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Bob, are you there? Well, nothing heard from Bob. We did give it a shot. The other station that we were able to copy a while ago, I believe it was K0RWB.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for picking me up. You know, occasionally you run across a signal that's so strong it's unbelievable. And you were for a while 30 over. It's settled down a little bit now. My name is Blair. Blair, I'm outside of Richmond, Virginia. How copy? Over?
Well, Blair, thanks for your patience. We're not the best with pilots. We try to give everybody equal time when we're doing this, and some get in and some don't. But my friend Guy in New York is working off a balcony on a skyscraper, but we did hear you quite well. I just happened to peek at the meter short glance there. So how about if I give you a signal report of 30 over?
Yeah, I can believe it, because you're 20 over without the preamp. And the preamp adds about 10 dB, so that puts you at 30 over as well. Over?
Yeah, it's amazing what you can get accomplished on 95 watts. You got to keep 5 in reserve for pileups, Roger.
Yeah, you're not running any 95 watts.
Well, I was at one time. I didn't say I was today, but at one time I was.
If you're running that much, that's your amplifier's input. Anyway, what are you running, Randy?
Well, I appreciate that, and we don't need to run quite that much into the amplifier. I think it's about 48 watts if I had to look back. The rig is a Yaesu FTDX10, which we've had now for about 3 weeks, and we are running a hex beam. Got it pointed back your direction a little bit, so you did come up in my receive. Hopefully, I came up in yours. The mic's a Heil PR781. And the amplifier's an ACOM 1000 doing about 800, 850 on peaks.
That's a great station. I don't know that new radio. This is I guess the one before that, the 101D. And I'm running about a kilowatt. And my antenna was just got in the air Saturday after about 3 months of just slugging it out. And doing with disaster after disaster. But it's a stepper at about 52 feet, and I've been well pleased. Over.
Yeah, terrific antenna. Do you have the 40-meter add-on or not?
No, I was scared of that. It was all I could do to put together the 3-element.
Yeah, and I've got a friend in Cutler Bay, Florida, who's also a big YouTuber live streamer, and he's kind of the same way. I think he's not in a HOA, but he has some restrictions, and he's on a short tower tripod on the top of his house, so he's probably around 35 feet thereabouts. And yeah, terrific job. I mean, they're little, and you know this better than anybody. Of course, you own one, but they're little finicky getting them set up. Getting them put together, but boy, 1/3 together, they do quite well. Yeah, 3 elements is better than 2, of course, and that's basically what this hex beam is, but it served me well, and as long as it stays up there and functions, I can't give it away, and I don't want to use anything else, Roger.
Yeah, I thought about that. And that was my first plan, was to try a hex, and I picked out one, and I said, you know what, I'm going to so much trouble here. I'm going to go for this stepper. I always kind of wanted to try one. I've got the farm taken to my grave, and so I went for it. And it's on the Universal Tower. It's a self-supporting tower. everything worked out pretty good after a couple failed starts, except my rotator. It rotates, but it's got a loose wire in it, so I don't know which way it's pointing. But I know, actually I have been out there, I know it's pointing west. So that's got to be in your general direction. All the software says 282 degrees. So we're right at that. K0RWB. Nice to meet you for the first time, Randy. K0RWB.
Yeah, fine business, Blair. And gosh, I don't know what happened to the band all of a sudden. You've gone from 20 to 30 over, and it just took a dive. I was able to copy, don't get me wrong, able to copy, but you dropped down to 5 and 7. Now it's come back a little bit. Little noise on the band. I'm not sure if it's shifting or what, but we had no problems copying you. And we did also copy the 101 as well. They do make a wonderful product, and it's kind of been a long time coming, I think. We do have the ACOM 7300, which was primary here for about 5 weeks until this one came available, and now it's down in an alternate shack in another part of the house. But it will get used later on this year for portable work, and look forward to going portable when the weather gets a little nicer. Roger?
Yeah, roger that, roger that. Well, I mean, it's up to 30 over 9, so it'll go down to a 5, but you'll probably see it. Thank you for picking me up, my friend. I'd love to talk to you more. Give me a call if you hear me on, please.
Yeah, no problem, Blair. Yeah, I don't know what the conditions just dropped, but I was able to copy most of that. Again, we try to be out here about 2 o'clock Central during the week here on 20 meters. We do go to 40 on Fridays. We call it 40-meter Friday. Again, we're streaming live on YouTube. If you want to listen to the playback, you could certainly do so. Just go to YouTube, put in my call sign in the search bar, look for today's date on the replay, and you'd look at about 2 hours 30 in. That'd be pretty close to it. So anyway, 7-3s, and I'll have to make you the last contact for the day as we got the second tap. But thanks for taking the time to check in with us. Hopefully you can do it again when the band is in a lot better shape, at least for longer than it was. But anyway, enjoy what's left of your day down in the Richmond area, and we'll look forward to working you again. This is Kilo India 4 YY. This is Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. We're going to be clear in QRT.